Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
There's no limits to the Suplexes in this city. And we're always smoking bombs like it's 420. We get high as though we're hot and talk wrestling stuff. And it's hosted by Jim Vicious, Tyler Buzz.
I got something I'd like to say, and I'm coming and I wanna share. Gonna drink my weight in liquor, and I ain't gonna care. I wanna get good at plastic, baby, and then I wanna get laid. So feel free to start me, honey. I'm an alcohol-fueled machine. Drink, fight, fuck. Let's go, motherfuckers. Drink, fight, fuck. Let's go, motherfuckers. Gonna drink so straight out.
Welcome, thank you for downloading episode 182 of Suplex City Limits for October 6th, 2018. I can take a hit like the Karate Kid. It's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Chip Vicious, and despite what you may have heard, he didn't fuck Amanda last summer. My co-host.
That popped me. That's a secret conversation between me and Jim this morning. I'm Tyler Fudge. I did not fuck Amanda.
Yeah.
Mike. Just so you know.
But you have fucked some Amandas, just not that one.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I could be lying, but I have had sexual relations with an Amanda at times, and he didn't send me a picture, so I don't know.
So maybe he did.
Maybe. He doesn't
Awesome.
even know that. He's just looking for his kids. He'll be fine.
Yeah. He just finds it. This week on the Suplex City Limits, what do we got? All kinds of shit.
Man,
this is usually
too
when I
much
do the
shit.
Twitter thing. But I'm all off fucking base today.
That's okay. It's your birthday.
It is my birthday. You can follow me on this show Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Follow Tyler at the Federation. If you like the show, consider supporting it by picking up a t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees. Or you can donate on the Patreon. Become a producer of the show and get a shout out. Like our friends Caleb Morganfield. Let's see here. Mizcast, your shit's still fucked. Casey. What else we got? Jumpin' Jeremy Folds, Wrestling Soup Podcast. Much love to them. Insane Ian Jackson, the Rice-A-Roni Jabroni Tyloni. Insane Michael Thomas. All right, Maniac Michael Thomas. God damn it, I'm fucked today. Kick-Ass Keith Martin. B-Rad Brad. Infamous Chris Savage. Shinso the Great. Smack It Down Podcast. Max's Garage. And Christopher Spaulding. Did I say Insane Ian Jackson already?
I feel like you did, and then you I think so. But if you didn't, then he doesn't care anyways. He was just in Amsterdam.
I'm smoking a lot, man, today already. So
No.
celebrating,
I mean,
man.
Ian Jackson.
Yeah.
He was in Amsterdam recently, so I don't think he even cares if he.
I don't care about shit being out there. Or you can donate on our Patreon, or on our PayPal, directly, suplexcitylimits@gmail, like Cody Hatch did. Shout out to you.
Shout out Cody Hatch.
Yeah. So, this week on the show, we will take a look back at the Super Showdown from WWE. What else we got? We got some New Japan, the top 3, Mark Tank.
News like always. We got a packed show.
Yeah.
We
And I'm
could
high as
talk
fuck
about
already.
Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Lucha Underground, Mae Young Classic. Will we? I don't know. We'll see if time progresses and allows us.
There it is. Let's start it off with the Super Showdown.
The super showdown.
Yeah, I had to wake up super early today on Super Showdown Day and take the lady to work. I came home, I watched Triple H and Undertaker live, then went back and skimmed through some of the shit. Really nothing, dude. Kind of a nothing show.
I'm not surprised. I slept in this morning, and I haven't seen any of it. I'm not upset either. that I didn't see any of it. Because now that we're recording and we're talking to Super Showdown, I technically don't even have to watch it.
Yeah, it's last week now. Fuck it.
Exactly.
Let me tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Show...
No, I got one question, Jim. How was Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy? How
match of the night?
Was it? Okay, I will watch that because I would like to see Buddy. Did he get a good pop?
Yeah, I did. That was and to from people who were there, Viva La JD's there. We have a voicemail from him.
We do.
He recorded right after the show, probably still in the building or in the parking lot. Who knows? But yeah, he said that was the highlight of the night. I mean, even though you saw that coming, right?
Well, yes.
New Day retain over the Bear in 10 minutes. Nothing really. Becky and Charlotte. So 10 minutes in, Becky is put into the figure 8. She then grabs the belt, which is laying in the ring from an earlier spot. Because, the ref wouldn't kick it out, of course.
Right.
Hits her in the head, so you get a DQ on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Lashley and Cena defeat Elias and Kevin Owens. Cena takes no bumps, dude.
Really?
No bumps at all. He is filming a movie, a Jackie Chan movie. If Jackie Chan directing it, I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine he's still doing fucking movies. But he's in China filming this thing. So he flew from China into Australia to take no bumps and then leave. I don't know if you saw the picture that...
I didn't see anything.
A friend of the show posted this picture that his 8-year-old daughter made during this match while watching it. It just says, "Boo John Cena's haircut." It's like a thumbs down.
His haircut is horrible.
Yeah, he's balding in the back. Post-match, Cena goes into a maybe I'm retiring thing, which, really just means he'll be in the next 10 WrestleManias. So...
Yeah, he's basically gunning for a main event WrestleMania push this year.
You think that guy is going to actually leave and not wrestle at Mania for at least the next 5 years? You're crazy.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
That was just a match. The Iconics defeat Asuka and Naomi in 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, obviously they were going to win because they're from Australia. But,
right.
Man, why?
Asuka and Naomi did some dancing. Asuka's a complete fucking just a joke at this point.
Yeah.
So sad.
You can do what you want in NXT. It doesn't matter. It's like that's your last hurrah if you're going to stay in the WWE. Is NXT.
Styles defeats Joe in 24 minutes on a no count out, no DQ match. I did not see this match. Some people were saying they didn't like it. For being a no DQ, it had one chair involved, I guess. I'm not sure. He had to save all the shit for the fucking old guys at the end. So I'm not sure. Jury's still out on that. I did not see it. The Bella Twins and Ronda Rousey defeat the Riot Squad in 10 minutes. Some teases of the Bella turn.
Okay.
They wouldn't tag Ronda in and shit, I guess.
I mean, you got to get there somehow, I suppose. You've got a couple weeks till Evolution. Another one that I hope I sleep through. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
looking to be absolutely horrible. I had a guy at my work who, because I've been trying to keep it close to my chest. I'm a wrestling guy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
It's not something.
And definitely that you host a podcast. The last thing you want is anyone you work with listening to this motherfucker.
Oh, you're goddamn right. And he just mentioned offhand, just a snide comment towards Evolution. And I was like, oh, yes, good. I can sneak in some wrestling talk with him. And so we talked about it for a little while. And the consensus I got from him is that show's going to be garbage. I was like, yep. And he seemed to be a big WWE guy.
And he's not even an expert like we are.
Exactly. And so I mentioned New Japan. He was like, yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura is pretty cool. I was like, oh, so you've never seen New Japan. You just know he was in New Japan. Okay.
Yeah, he was cool there.
Yeah.
He's not cool now.
No.
Where the fuck is he? Not on any of these shows, dude. They put the belt on him and they're like, fuck him. We're not doing anything with this guy.
Fuck his Japanese face.
Yeah. Fuck his face. Buddy Murphy, yeah, that was a 10-minute match. Really good. Buddy Murphy winning is A good pop. Cedric Alexander had that for a whole year. Just what a boring fucking thing 205 Live is.
I haven't seen 205 Live his whole run. I don't know how many. I might have seen like a match here and there.
Well, we watched that awesome Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali match.
Yeah, that was fucking intense. I like that. Buddy Murphy's great.
He's not undeserving. No, not at all.
No. From somebody he's grown from being ass fuck twin with Wesley Blake, who is still just trying to find something in NXT. And trust me, the Sons of the Fallen or whatever, it's not it.
Oh, dude, to me that guy's just not. He's like a guy who, from day one, I would have fucking canned. If I went in there tomorrow and they're like, "Hey, you just do whatever," I'd be like, "This guy's fucking gone."
Yeah,
he's awesome. There's never going to be anything for that guy.
No, and now he's almost, because like, he's tried everything else. He's tried being a technical guy. He's tried flying around. It doesn't work. Now he's trying to be Stan Hansen and just being stiff. And it's like, man,
oh fuck,
you're not good enough. You don't look like the stiff guy. You're not. It's not going to work.
You're just like a little dude with a fucking weird looking face, because I imagine he had some kind of, like a cleft palate or something.
Yeah.
I think he probably had a cleft palate, which that's fucking sucks. But
yeah,
he's just nothing, dude. He's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't see anything in that guy.
Oh, I agree.
Sorry if you're listening to this, Wesley.
Sorry, Wesley, but go home.
Yeah. The Shield defeated Strowman, Ziggler, McIntyre. 20 minutes. I did not watch this match.
Why would you?
They teased the fucking Ambrose shit super heavy-handed.
They're going to tease that for months until it's going to be like the Sasha Bailey thing. They're going to tease it until we're sick of it.
They can't help themselves. I guess with Reigns as champion, you almost have to, but can't you just split, like have him do his thing? And I mean, I don't care. I don't like the Shield. I don't care about it, so whatever. But yeah, like Reigns hit Ambrose in this match, and Ambrose was like almost late coming in to save him. Like he was thinking, like, should I or shouldn't I? Fuck, who cares?
I found this is diving a little too deep right now because it's about Raw, but his whole promo on Raw I thought was too forced. Like, they're trying to beat you over the head with the fact that he could turn, to the point where when he turns, you're not surprised. Which, to me, that is just absolutely ludicrous why you would do that. You would put the subtle hint so that people could forget about it, and then when it happens, like, holy fuck, he actually did it. But no.
Dude, they have to, right? I was like, they present their stories like they're telling them to a child, and really that's what they're doing. They're telling it to children. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
It's honestly, Raw is like the worst show on TV. Honestly, it has the worst production. The scripts are awful. The acting is awful.
And let's not forget the fact that SmackDown is awful as well.
A lot of people forget that. Saw the Monsters weekly poll. Everyone buries Raw, but like SmackDown was like last week was 6% thumbs down. This week was 9% thumbs down.
See, you're absolutely fucking mad. But why? Like,
SmackDown sucks dick too.
It does. Absolutely. It does. There's no logic to it. Like we had was this after last week's show that we had this whole conversation about logic? Was it before last week's show with that fucking guy?
Every week, I don't know.
It's just like, man, like there's so many plot holes in every story that you can't take any of it seriously. You can't like logically think, oh, where could this go next? I wonder. Like, what's the options they got? Because you know what, man? It makes no fucking sense. There is no logic option. Like, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe in a no DQ match after was a winner on a regular match. Yeah, that makes so much fucking sense. So much.
How about Paige saying that Joe committed the most dastardly fucking deed in WWE history?
If you ignore Chris Benoit killing his family, because it didn't happen in the WWE, you could say Kane hooked up a battery to Shane's nuts. I'm going to give you all examples from what we've reviewed on the Federation. Okay?
There's a zillion.
Yes, you had Rosie and Jamal beating the fuck out of lesbians. You had Shane McMahon throwing Kane into a dumpster on fire.
You had fight lesbians.
You had Triple H fuck a dead corpse. Mae
There's a
Young giving
million.
birth to a hand. There's so many.
Didn't John Cena, wasn't he supposed to be stabbed by somebody at one point? I think we
wouldn't
covered
surprise me.
pay-per-view too.
They've
one of
hinted.
Toledo's boys fucking stabbed him, or who fucking knows, dude.
Well, I mean, he did have Bull Buchanan as B squared as a sidekick for a while. So, you know what I mean?
I mean, like,
Maybe.
we saw this exact angle, but better before, right? Austin showed up and beat the shit out of people, broke into Pillman's house.
Where Pillman pulled the gun. And it goes off. Well, the gun doesn't go off. The feed cuts. Like, there's a lot of people that don't like that either. And I don't understand. Like, to me, is just an example of holding wrestling to a higher standard than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Really,
I thought that's like a great angle.
Exactly, in my opinion as well, because you bring yourself into the real world. You know, every other show uses these as examples, and why can't wrestling? Why can't there be a dastardly piece of shit character in wrestling? Why? Like Austin Aries, people are so upset about Austin Aries calling Taya Valkyrie fat. He's a heel.
He did that on TV or what?
No, he did it on Twitter. And like him and Johnny Mundo have gone back and forth on Twitter about it. And it's like,
she's
damn,
not fat now. Did you see? I just saw a picture of her
did
from.
she lose? Was that a real picture?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, she's got fucking abs and shit again, dude. She's ripped.
I just assumed that was an old picture.
No. I prefer the Taya from early Lucha, where she was skinny but still soft. You know.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
But like
Now
to
she's
me,
like muscular. And,
what else is a wrestler supposed to do to get true heat from fans nowadays? Because there's so much inside goings on. People have their favorites no matter if they're bad or good. You know, like back in the 80s, they were using like Russians as a heat and foreign heels as heat because it could get heat. Guess what, guys? In today's climate, I'm taking a note from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. In today's climate, it's just, this is what gets heat. This is what will get fans to hate you. And so be it, man.
Call the dude's formerly fat girlfriend fat.
Yeah. It's funny how he waited till she lost a lot of weight to say it. You know what I mean?
I just
like,
don't care about Austin Aries.
no, but like, I don't give a fuck about him either. He shouldn't be a world champion anywhere he goes. But, man, he's being a heel. Just like, you know, a lot of guys before him have done it to just piss off the crowd. And it's just a shame it's that Impact.
Speaking of pissing off the crowd, Daniel Bryan defeats The Miz in 2 minutes and 25 seconds on what appears to be a completely fucked up fail to kick out or something. I don't fucking know. Yeah, Bryan rolls him up. It's 1, 2, 3. I don't know.
See, now, and I wouldn't be surprised either if they just wanted to do a fast match with Daniel Bryan because
I think he might be hurt.
Daniel Bryan?
He came out and he had fucking tape he had that, whatever that shit is, the tape they use. He had it all along his ribs. I mean, maybe he's hurt. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, to me, he doesn't wrestle enough to be hurt. You know what I mean?
Well, he did do some. What the fuck was it on SmackDown this last week?
He headbutted Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I seen people tweeting too. It's like, oh, Daniel Bryan needs to be safer. It was like, man, Shelton Benjamin didn't roll out of the way fast enough.
Yeah.
Guys,
there's two schools. There's that with him. The other thing that's really happening right now with Daniel Bryan is that everyone's like, fuck this guy. He's boring. He's not as good as all of you say he is. And, you know, they're just being influenced by the fact that he's been booked like complete shit since he came back. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If he came back and had matches against people who are awesome and a decent story, you'd probably be in on it. But the fact that he's having, I mean, who's he wrestled since he came back, really? You know, I mean,
nobody
Miz
of
and
note.
Big Cass.
But at Crown Jewel, now we're getting AJ Styles versus Daniel Bryan for the WWE title. And there's nothing you can say to me that's going to make me not want to watch that match. Because that match, I think, is going to be great in spite of itself. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be, no matter what you throw at that match, it should be a great match. Because it's Daniel Bryan and it's AJ Styles.
I think it would be a very good match. I don't think it'll be a great match, but I don't know.
I feel you get those two on that kind of stage. They've never had a WWE style main event kind of deal. I think they would try to make it a memorable match.
I hope so. I fucking hope so. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. If he's hurt, or if Miz fucked up, or what the deal is. They had the graphic pretty quick, for him taking on Styles. So I don't know.
Yeah, so who knows? Like, I wouldn't be surprised. We've seen the Miz Daniel Bryan match so much now lately. What else could they have done? Miz is still limited in the ring. Yeah. It's not like you can do different things over, or like, throw time. It's just he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah, and Triple H versus Undertaker. Oh man. Okay, so this match, it actually, in the end, like, if you forgive the fact, like, yeah, these guys are old and fat. Well, Undertaker's fat. I mean, Triple H isn't really, but they're just, if you're like, these guys are 50 or 50 plus. Okay, that's not bad for them, but really not much of anything here.
I would imagine it had a lot of smoke and mirrors, much like the Triple H Sting match did. With DX and NWO coming down.
Lots of walking and talking, brother.
Yeah.
They brawled because they made it a no DQ match, like, I don't know, on Twitter at some point this week. So yeah, it turns into a no DQ because they're probably like, dude, how are we gonna do this? They've done that before with Undertaker, haven't they? Where they'll they do that a lot. They just add stips or whatever. But somewhere in this, dude, Taker just takes out the ref. I don't understand. I mean, they needed the ref to be down, and that's what they came up with.
But it's a no DQ match.
Well, I know, but like, why would the face take out the ref? I don't get it.
Why would anybody take out the ref in a no DQ match?
I mean, who's supposed to count it, right? Although you are trained, they'd be like, oh, another ref will come down, except not here.
Not in Australia.
Well, yeah, not when they fucking don't need it to. It's like little things like that, too, where, you have to do the same thing all the time. Either a ref comes down or a ref doesn't come down. You can't just fucking do it when you want to do it.
No.
I agree. Lazy cunts. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Not really much in this match. Other than just spot calling, man. Oh my god. Kane just like clearly asking for the sweet ching music and shit.
He's a little rusty with his mayor duties. He's used to talking a lot louder now.
Yeah, Matthew's gonna have he's gonna have a heyday with this shit.
Good.
Lots of spot calling and shit. Undertaker too.
So what I'm getting from this is I'm going to watch Buddy Murphy and Cedric Alexander. I might watch AJ Styles and Joe, and then I'll watch this match just out of the sheer ferocity of it.
Yeah, and fucking Triple H elbow drops through a table on Kane, and in the end, Michaels takes one through the announce table. He's great. The best looking guy in there was Michaels, though.
Did he have his cue ball head on display?
Oh yeah, once his hat fell off, yeah. So in the end, there's all kinds of fuckery both ways. Kane is in there, and fucking Michaels is in there, but Triple H gets the win, and then helps up Undertaker. They all four pose together, and based on WWE, I was just like, oh, that they won't even care. They'll just do this and then have a tag match anyway. But luckily, they did have Kane and Undertaker turn on them during the pose.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there you go.
It's like the bar is so low. You're like, well, they did set up the tag team match, so I feel like we gotta give them a pass,
Yeah. It's just a shame that it's been such a foregone conclusion before this match even started that there was going to be a tag match.
Get the Brothers of Destruction pose to close. Just a meh. I mean, I don't know. What does Viva the JD have to say?
Let's see.
That was the worst show I've ever been to.
Oh my god, you keep saying that all night and you just keep being more right.
I know. What did you think, random generic tulpa?
I like Ric Flair.
Woo! But in all seriousness, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Jay Silver, and
Corey Gold, who just recently lost his punishment and successfully started up the Church of Roman Reigns.
Oh god, what a stupid decision that was.
Kind of like going to this super slowdown event.
Yeah, so we just been to Super Showdown, and by far, match of the night was Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander.
I was going to say the Iconics and Asuka.
Dude, the only thing good about the Iconics and Asuka was the fact that we were singing Australian songs instead of watching the match.
That was my favourite part of the night.
Indeed it was. Generic Tulpa, what did you think?
I like Ric Flair.
Woo!
Bring back Sabu.
Bring back Sabu!
2018.
Anyway, look, we have been drinking a fair bit, so to cut a long story short, in all honesty, we didn't have a bad night.
It wasn't bad, it wasn't good, it was just...
They had to make their own
kind of
fun.
like, stock standard episode of Raw.
It went way too bloody long.
It was kind of like the cricket. No one goes to the cricket for the cricket. You go to have a good time, and we had a good time.
Indeed we did.
It had nothing to do with the roster or the matches at all.
Because they were all crap.
Yeah, no, you're right.
It was solely true Aussie fashion, just take the absolute piss out of everyone. I don't know how it came through on the ratings or the network, but honestly, I mean, we had a fun time talking shit to everybody around us, and we've made some enemies in Parents of Children for Life.
Also, we got little kids swearing McShants. That was fun. Friggin' brainwash those children now, make them grow up as degenerates.
They're going to be smarks before you know it.
Speaking of degenerates, D-Generation X just got the fuck flogged out of him by your boys, Brother of Destruction, Undertaker, and Kane. Alright, bit of context. D-Generation X technically won. Then they pulled Undertaker and Kane back up and shared a victory. Undertaker and Kane decided, fuck it, decided to kick the shit out of him and make a hell of an ending. Shit.
Close enough. We're live, pal. Anyway, to cut a long story short, had a great time, drank lots of alcohol, off to drink more alcohol. Peace out from your boy Jay Silver at the SmackDown podcast.
And stay golden.
Hey, you son of a bitch, don't put yourself over. This is my show.
Bring back Sabu 2018.
Also, SCL, you don't know what you've started, all right? You think we're not real? You think we're a conspiracy theory? You haven't seen anything yet. We're coming.
And second of all, Tyler, in case you didn't get my message, the size of an Australian's dick is double the size of a Canadian's. Smack it down out.
Stay golden, pony boys.
Yeah.
You can check out the Smack It Down podcast. They will have a fucking... They'll probably do it after they go continue drinking, so they'll probably be completely shithoused when they do it. So check those guys out. Man.
If you want to listen to some shithouse Australians saying shit...
2018.
Sabu 2018 shit.
2018.
Go over and listen to Smack It Down. And you know what, man? Just because I'm fat and I got a tiny dick doesn't mean you gotta make fun of it. Bitch.
Yeah, so there you go. And it sounds like they had fun, but they had to manufacture their own fun through the ingestion of much alcohol and chanting and singing. So
yes. How much does a beer cost in a stadium in Australia, I wonder? What kind of beer are Australians drinking at stadiums, I wonder?
Like 14 kangaroo years or whatever their currency is.
Gotta reach into your kangaroo pouch.
I've heard people over there all have pouches like kangaroos.
I've heard it too. I heard that's where babies come from down there.
Them. Yeah. They
also heard
them
sharks swim in fresh water as well. So if that place wasn't scary enough with their scorpions and spiders and bullshit, they got fucking great white sharks in waters, in fresh waters. Platypus. I bet you that's the only place a platypus would live now. Komodo dragons. Fuck that noise. Like, how do you guys live in a place like that, so barren and fucking scary? And you guys need alcohol in WWE.
Yeah. Well, that is. Shout out to those boys for that. Fucking actually popped me pretty well with the fucking Sabu shit. They might as well. He's about as mobile as fucking all the guys in that main event.
Man.
So yeah, at the end of 2018, in a giant, they say 70,000, but dude, there was a huge tarped off area that he showed me pictures of. So I don't know, but how fitting that it ends with old immobile guy beats old immobile guy with two old immobile guys assisting.
Yeah. Odd.
Fucking A, man.
Well, I can let me preface it this way. I was at WrestleMania 31, I think it was 31, at San Francisco in 49ers Stadium. That place was packed, and there was only like 72.
Yeah, I feel like this really shows you, and we've talked about forever with they're not making any new stars, they're relying on old stars, but man, does this drive it home.
Yeah.
You know? That's the headline of the show. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, what else could have headlined the show, though?
Coming into it, it had the most build and bullshit coming into it, that and the fucking Shield thing.
Yeah.
As well, yeah. And that whole Shield thing, what a fucking afterthought. That's where the top of the card is at. That's Strowman is with these two assholes because why? I mean, his
never
character
been- yeah.
has never made any fucking sense for that.
No, he's always, except for the Wyatt clan.
All right, yeah. Anyway,
He's good with them, but that was because he was new Strowman. He needed buddies.
enough of this WWE horse shit.
Shit.
Let's get into the top 3.
Suplex City Limits Top 3.
Suplex City Limits top 3. Our top 3 matches of the week. Take us on through that shit.
Let's see. We'll go with number 3.
Are these in order? Maybe this week they could be in order.
I'm putting them in order. I'm
There you
going
go.
to go with the Young Bucks defending the IWGP Heavyweight Championships against the Gorillas of Destiny at Long Beach.
Mm.
I thought that they had a good story to tell. The Matt Jackson back flare up once again. I liked Haku sitting in a chair ringside.
Is he that fucking... Is his body that knackered that he has to fucking
I
sit in a
guess.
chair?
I guess. I don't know.
Jesus Christ, man. Didn't they have him giving people pile drivers and shit?
About a
Like,
year ago. Yep.
Jesus Christ. Not even. It was like 6 months ago, whatever, they did that big turn. Haku gave Kenny Omega, the top fucking star in the company, a pile driver, like on a chair or some shit. Madman.
Yeah. No, you had Nick Jackson just being Nick Jackson, just pulling at all the stops, doing a one-man Young Bucks show.
Mhm.
And you got, good heat on Nick with the Gorillas of Destiny just teaming up against him. Matt took a nasty bump through a table.
Yeah.
And, just to me, I just look at this and it's just like, man, Tangaloa, as basic as he is so much better than he was as Camacho in NXT with fucking Sin Cara 2.0.
Dude, can I fucking point something out about him? I am not so familiar, because I usually skip their shit, because I don't really like them. And I'm sick of, I don't care what island you're from, really.
Yeah.
But, I'm sick of fucking brown island dudes. No offense, it's not a racist thing. I'm just done with Samoans. And Tongans are, they're kind of like Samoans, right? Yeah, right. But anyway, he just no-sells everything, the whole fucking match. He's just a cocksucker, man. I'd be, if I worked that match with him, I'd have been pissed when I went backstage. And I mentioned it to some people who are a little more familiar, and they're like, "That's what he does all the time."
Yeah.
He sold the 2 Sweet from his brother at the end more than he sold anything in the whole match. He took the 2 Sweet and launched off of it and took a back bump. Where it's when you notice it too in the double team shit, fucking Tama goes down, or Tonga, whatever the fuck. When he goes down, Loa doesn't, dude. He just stumbles every fucking time. Watch it in that match. It's pretty gross.
I didn't notice that wasn't prevalent to my eye.
You would.
Not
You will
saying-
now. If you
Not
watch
saying that it didn't happen, but I would imagine the next time I see a GOD match, it might be very prevalent.
Yeah, I don't know how he gets away with that shit.
I don't know.
And it's like I said, especially when it's him and his brother both doing shit at the same time, where one goes down and the other one doesn't. And it's not like he's way bigger than him. He's not bigger than him at all. He's smaller.
Yeah, he's shorter in stature. He might be a little thicker, but he's shorter
Yeah.
for sure.
I don't know if he's just fucking doing what he wants, but either way, I did really enjoy the match. Young Bucks drop the belts here.
Yeah, I thought it was a great camera. Say what you will, okay. With the Access, sorry for that burp. With the Access production style, but they caught that Tama Tonga gun stun out of nowhere while they were setting up for the Meltzer driver. That was such a great angle. It was like watching a great white shark swim towards you really fast in the water. Right? You could see him there, and then all of a sudden he's just getting bigger, and boom, got him. I thought that was fantastic. It's a great camera angle.
Yeah. And 2 great video packages on all this shit.
Yeah.
Usually those things are in Japanese, so we're like, what the I don't know, So it was actually really cool to see those. And it was the first time I've ever got to watch New Japan live, so that was awesome as well.
Because you guys could get it on New Japan World too as well, because it was access the next week, right?
Yeah, I don't have fucking. Usually, the only thing that's in our time zone is on access, and we don't have that here. You know.
Yeah. Lucky. The great thing about being in Canada.
Yeah, I guess.
I've watched them all on New Japan World live.
Yeah. So this is like my first one fucking ever, probably. But yeah. What is our second match here? Skrull and Ospreay?
Yes, for the semifinals of the Super Junior tournament, or not Super Junior, the Junior Heavyweight Championship tournament. And I thought it was a good match. They didn't go all out like they usually do, but I mean, I'm sure that's a good thing that Ospreay's not killing himself these days.
I didn't think they had to. I thought they still had some really big spots. I thought this was like. I actually have down that I thought it was a great match.
No, I don't want to undersell it. I don't want to undersell it. It was a really good match. They did a good job at teasing big things and just going over towards something not so big, but you know, you still got the crowd into it. Like, what did they tease? The Spanish fly off of the apron?
Yeah.
Right? And
I mean, still, Ospreay took a crazy, like, German or something off the fucking top. That was gross
tiger
looking.
suplex, wasn't it? Or?
Oh, right, yeah, something like that. I don't recall.
But, yeah, no, I thought it was a good match. I'm glad that Marty Scurll went over. I'm not ready to see another Will Ospreay Junior Heavyweight title reign.
Oh, agreed.
I think his last reign was pretty lackluster, if you ask me. I feel like he's a good guy to chase it, but once he's got it, he's nothing.
Yeah, a little more up my alley, too. Like, it's only 15 minutes, but it was everything, like, crammed in there. Fucking just bang, bang, bang. And I liked it. That's what I like. I don't need a lot more than 15, 20 on a match, you know?
Yeah.
If you fucking pack it all in there. And I thought, too, this match started insane from go, like dives and pin attempts, and like it was awesome. I fucking loved it.
Yeah, there was a nod to Hiroshi Takahashi, or whatever the fuck his name is. Takahashi.
Which one? Takahashi?
Yeah, when he did the sunset flip powerbomb. Because you see, before he went to do it, he licked his paws like he was a cat, and Takahashi always called him a cat. So then he does the Takahashi's sunset flip powerbomb, and I was like,
super safe too, like so well done. He completely has him land on his legs and shit. Like, it was perfect, man. Yeah, very good.
It was. The match itself is gonna lead to Marty Scurll Kushida at the Kings of Pro Wrestling for the IWGP title. So.
Junior, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm excited for that.
So. I think so. I'm told. I feel like it's a match we haven't seen a lot of.
That's all, I was just gonna say. I don't know, because they do so much shit. I don't see everything on there. Like G1, God knows. Yeah. Did they ever wrestle in some G1 or something?
Well, they didn't wrestle in a G1. They may have wrestled in a Best of the Super Juniors.
Oh right, that's what I mean. I'm sorry.
But it's possible. But if
it's
they
fresh
did,
it's fresh to us is the point, So that's cool.
No matter if they have had a match, it still feels fresh, and that's all that really matters. It's like John Cena and Randy Orton. That match does not feel fresh, right?
How about most matches that were on that fucking event?
Yeah, I agree. They did not feel fresh. But our number one match of the week, at least my number one. I've watched this match 3 times this week. Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, taking on Katsuhiro Okada and Tomohiro Ishii. This,
fucking masterpiece, man.
Yeah, yes. We need a new category on the STL Awards, and that category is Best Tag Match of the Year, and this is it.
Yeah. It definitely is.
Yeah.
It's been a down year for tag wrestling, if we're honest.
It has, but this was absolutely insane, to the point where I had a buddy of mine. He called me and was like, "Hey, you should come over. We'll chill tonight." And I was like, "Okay." So we would go over, and he starts telling me how he's gotten really into Japanese culture. And he's binge watched 7 anime series over the last 3 weeks or something.
I've been jacking off to nothing but hentai for the last fucking month, bro.
And then so he's like, "You still watching the Japanese wrestling?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, like I really want to watch some." He's like, "What should I watch right now?" I was like, dude, we're going to watch the Golden Lovers versus Okada and Ishii. And he loved it. He thought it was fantastic. How can you not watch that and be like, man, this is fucking cool? You had everything.
It's at the point where I can't even see an octopus on Animal Planet without getting hard, man. Yeah. It was fucking awesome, man, yeah.
It was. They had athletics. They had strong style strikes. They had drama. They had high flying. It was a little bit of everything.
By the time Okada and Omega got in there together, it was fucking awesome.
It was. That had a great atmosphere. And I'm saying it now. That, to me, should have been a hint to the main event at the ROH MSG show. That should be it.
You think they would give that up, though? Well, it's a joint show, I guess.
It's a co-branded show, and there's nothing ROH could do, ever will do, or even think of doing, that could bring that crowd to a crescendo like Omega and Okada. You want to put a thorn in the side of the WWE on WrestleMania weekend? You put the guys that have had the only matches over 5 stars. You know what I mean? You take Okada and Omega, and you just blow everything else from that weekend away.
Yeah, so it's like the match of the whole thing. Yeah,
I think so.
I don't think there's only one left, though. I mean, there's only one.
There's definitely left. Only one left out of this. You know what I mean?
For me, anyway.
I could, if you do one more, and then it goes away for a while, in a couple of years, you can do it again. And they will do it again because it's going to happen at G1s and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is fucking just a great match. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. 23 minutes, fucking awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed that Ibushi and Ishii slap fight. Fucking awesome.
Oh, my God, it was.
Epic battle.
Just so much innovative offense in these matches. You had the power bomb into the German suplex, which is a spot that I never will understand how he doesn't kill somebody with.
Yeah.
But oh man, it's fantastic. If I will give any criticism to it, everything they did in that match to end it with a double knee to the chest doesn't really do it for me. Kind of anticlimactic in my opinion.
That's fair. So in conclusion, if you haven't seen this match, go fucking watch it. It is awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, may as well get into like the rest of this show. If you have other things from the show, I really only have a few other things. Tanahashi looked fucking broken down as shit.
He did. He did. But I thought that the Jay White promo he cut after that.
Yeah.
It was. I think they are on their way of making him a good heel, especially with the angle. The angle worked. You could tell because they're just getting booed out of the building. Gato's a genius that way, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Jay White doesn't really do that much for me. I don't. Yeah, I mean, but it seems to do something for everybody else, so I guess that's fine.
I did like when Gato had, I believe, Kushida in a sleeper hold, and the ref starts trying to break it up. Gato lets him go, and in his broken English, this is going to sound racist. I don't care, though. It was funny. He said, "It just sweep a hold." I fucking lost it. Lost my fucking marbles, man. It was so good.
Oh, shit. What about the fact that Sane, Shirai, and Mauro Ranallo were all at ringside?
I didn't see Mauro on camera.
I didn't either, but I did see Shirai and Sane on camera.
Yes, I did too, and that I thought was funny. But you know what? That's their home promotion. It's not where they wrestle, but it's the one most prevalent in their culture. Why would they not go and see it in the States?
I mean, they must have got the okay to do it.
I'm a hard guy to handle, so I would never ask for okay, because what I do on my own time is my business, and you can go suck a dick, especially as an independent contractor.
Well, yeah, but not those. I mean, not, for wrestlers, I could see it. But Mauro, I'm sure, I mean, he could just do whatever the fuck he wants.
Well, he's on Showtime. He's on fucking...
Yeah. You are lucky honestly, you are lucky that Mauro Ronaldo
Grace is
accepts
your
money to come down and call on your shit because,
Goddamn right.
you know, he fucking do whatever he wants. That guy doesn't need the
He
fucking
doesn't
WWE.
need NXT money. He's the voice of Showtime Boxing, which is the only boxing now that HBO has given it up.
Yeah. On all the biggest fucking fights. I mean, dude, yeah, he's MMA. He does fucking everything.
Yeah.
He should be fucking. I guess he would never travel back and forth to Japan. He doesn't like that much travel, but
No.
I don't know. He'd be great for Japan.
Oh, it would be amazing for like a New Japan announcer for the English side. That would be, in my opinion, a dream come true because he's done it. He's done it for the Access TV show.
Yeah, he could replace fucking Callis. Although I do like that team of Callis and by the fuck
Kevin Kelly.
There you go.
I do too. We're not getting.
Although I really like Rocky Romero too. Actually,
I do too. Rocky Romero at least knows the language and he can give you some insight on it.
Yeah, very good. But yeah, actually the perfect timing, man. We were out, I think. I don't know what the fuck. And I was like, oh, throw this on. And I came in right at intermission. And from there on, I watched live. It was perfect. It was like the 4 matches I gave a fuck about. It's awesome.
Yeah, because then we had Cody and Juice Robinson. Which,
Yeah.
the aura around this match was cool. You had champion versus champion. I have, I'm going to go off on some people on Twitter right now. Because they're like, oh, Cody negated the U.S. title. He's made the U.S. title mean nothing after he challenged Omega. It's like, really? Do you not know Cody's character? He's the selfish, spoiled brat that wants everything everybody has. So now he's collecting titles. Just like Austin Aries did, only this time it's a little better because it's not the fucking Defy wrestling title. You know what I mean? It's not some gay-ass fucking promotion. Sorry if anybody from Defy is listening, or Defiant, whatever the fuck it is. The one that has the charge screen battery as its logo. That is just the stupidest, gayest thing I've ever seen. But the fact that you can't understand... I've unfollowed a lot of people on Twitter. Just be out of sheer stubbornness and not wanting to deal with other people's stupidity. Because if you can't see that in the storyline, then why are you watching wrestling? Why is anybody even remotely looking at your fucking opinion as anything current? Because you're a fucking idiot. It's not negating the U.S. title. First off, it's just the fucking U.S. title. It was held by Jay White and Juice Robinson after Kenny Omega. So you can't tell me that the U.S. title should be held in reverence with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. No.
Here's a fucking topic for you with Cody Rhodes. Why is it that all the fans, all they fucking fantasize about, and their nipples get all hard at the idea of their favorite guys quitting WWE because of how they're not used or how dumb the shit they're doing or because they're losing and going out and doing, becoming a star somewhere else? Why does everyone hate on Cody Rhodes for this? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Fellow podcasts too, like they just hate Cody Rhodes, and it's like, you can like who you want and shit, but like he did what you want all the guys to do. It's something like people are mad that he's Dusty Rhodes' kid, or they think he hasn't earned it. I think he has earned it.
Who the fuck cares? Like, if you're listening, you know who we're talking about. At least I think you should, if you're not a blooming idiot. And if you can't get it, then I guess you're as stupid as I think you are. But
there's a lot of them out there.
There is, but I got certain people in my head in particular.
Okay,
but
keep them in there.
Yes, I'm going to keep it in my head. But to me, it just looks like immaturity. It's either immaturity, or you're just trying to get heat on Twitter to get attention. That's it. Because
it's just like
the only time I ever hear of it is when Cody Rhodes responds.
Well,
you know what I mean?
like,
and it's like it's all under my radar. Your immaturity and your stupid bullshit is under my radar to the point where I don't even see it. And it's when Cody responds that I see it. And it's like, man, like, could you not come off as a bigger pile of shit right now?
Working yourself into a shoot here.
I love doing that though. Kevin Mann, you owe me $25. Get back at me.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's just weird to me because, like, this character is great. I have no real problem with anything I don't care that he doesn't have like 5-star matches. You don't need to.
No, you don't. It's 2018. The 5-star matches, 6-star matches, 6.5-star matches, they're all taken up right now. We need something, a little bit of variety.
Yeah, I mean how mad they were about that All In. They're like, oh, he does a show, he puts on a show, and then he books himself to win. It was awesome. That's like I don't know.
It'd be different if the show was negated by it, if it was a letdown on the show wise, but that was one of the highlights of the show. And the fact that you call it out and just say, oh, he put himself over. Who the fuck cares? Guess what, man? Do you think Cody Rhodes made the decision to win the NWA fucking championship? No, that was Billy Corgan, you dumb son of a bitch. Now suck my dick like something you should do, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck. I hate it so much. So fucking much. Oh. Fucking bald piece of shit.
Yeah, that's like the most heated I've ever heard.
Oh, I am. I'm shaking right now. Just shaking. Oh. If you want to debate this, you get me. Come at me. Don't come at Jim and say, oh, it's bad to hear that come from the SCL camp. This is not Jim. This is Tyler Fudge. This is the Federation camp. You come to me, you bald tattooed piece of shit.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you immature piece
of shit. Calm down.
Oh, okay. I don't like him, though. I don't like him. The fact that you call somebody mentally unstable for getting an all-in tattoo, go suck a nut, man. Look at all your tattoos. I bet you some of them are shitty. You fucking old man.
Okay. I think
this is not SCL. This is Tyler. This is Tyler Fudge.
Yeah, that should be clarified, right? Yeah. When you say, even if it is on this show,
yeah,
it's still representative of you and what you do. You know, it's representative of Federation. Yeah.
Exactly. It's not Jim's opinion. If it was Jim's opinion, it would come from his mouth and not mine.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Please. You want me to play the music?
No, all the listeners right now, it's like when dad slap mom on the table. You're eating dinner, and dad just go over, just cold cocks mom, you know? And it's like, holy fuck! Eat my stuffing, get the fuck out of here.
Can I be excused, please?
And dude, spoiler alert, you're probably gonna see the best 3-way you've probably ever seen.
Yeah.
When you go, because they are going to do a completely different style of 3-way. They're not going to do the WWE shit where one guy sleeps outside. It's probably going to be the most crazy 3-way. I expect it to be so planned out because, these guys are going to have so much shit planned out for this. It's going to be nuts. I'm looking forward to it. And they don't do 3-ways all the time, so when they actually do one, it's special, and it's fucking something else.
They do one a year.
Yeah.
So
did you have
it's gonna be good.
Other shit from
No, there was parts of the show that were really, really fun to watch, like the Chase Owens Hangman Page match against whoever the fuck it was. I can't remember who it was. Addiction. It was a fun match. The 3-way, the 6-man tags were fun, but nothing to really write home. The intermission was the intermission. After that point, that's where it really kicked into a gear and you got the matches you really wanted to see. The rest of it was just filler to smoke dope to.
Promo of the week, not the official thing here on the show, but did you see Cody's promo afterward?
No, I haven't, actually.
He did an interview, the backstage fucking press conference shit. And he goes off on this thing about Juice being one of Dusty's kids,
Yeah.
Because, he was in NXT and all this shit, and he's like, I'm actually his son and shit. And, I'm one of his actual kids. And, it's, I don't know, I can't do it justice. You'd have to check it out. It's badass.
From the gist that I've gotten of it, it does sound like the makings of a fantastic promo. It does.
Very good. And, dude, somewhere along the line, I like Juice Robinson. How crazy is that? I can't believe that they managed. I can't believe they managed. When he left, if you'd have told me, he's going to go to Japan. And you're gonna fucking totally like him, you were get the fuck out of here.
I would never.
That shithead with the dreads who holds the fucking protest signs, get the fuck out of here.
C.J. Parker, really?
Yeah, right. It's another guy who gets a lot of shit, and he should be getting your respect because he did exactly that. He's like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna go do shit. It's Callahan's another guy who gets a lot of shit from fucking podcasts and fans and shit, and it's like he had the balls to go and say, "Nah, fuck this, dude. I'm gonna go do my own shit." You know.
Yep. Yep.
Whatever. Yeah. What are we talking? News?
Let's do some news, and let me open the news with this. Somebody else left the WWE to do his own shit. His name is Low Key.
Oh, yeah.
This week in the news, Low Key refuses to adhere to his name and stay low key. Del Rio immortalized, and Tupac is back from the dead. Over to you, Jim.
I'm Jim Vicious, and this is news to you. Tupac's back from the dead. When I ever heard this news? Fuck.
Well, I mean, it's not Tupac, but Pac has risen, and he was declared as the mystery X-Man from AJP. It was Dragon Gate.
Dragon Gate, yeah. Interesting. I guess it's like he started there. Well, I know he started there, but he was there for a long time. He was happy there, and I guess he's happy as fuck to be back there. So more power to him. But
I mean, and they obviously are paying him something akin to a living wage, right? So
you would imagine, dude. That's another thing too that I don't know if it's as prevalent is in Canada as it is in America, because it's like fucking America's thing. But money isn't everything. You know, a lot of people don't realize that, and there's something to be said for your happiness, man. Like,
I agree.
Like, work-wise, I could get a better job and make more money and shit. And I have made more money than I do now in my life, and I wanted to go home and shoot myself in the fucking face every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm happy, and like, yeah, I don't have a new car, and I live in a one-bedroom apartment and shit, but like, dude, I'm happy as fuck, man. Way happier than, you know, people who have these jobs and you make all the money you want and shit, but if you fucking hate it, dude, that ruins your life. There's more to life than fucking money, dude. At least for me. It's like, if you have kids and shit, you know, I guess you gotta, you know, you have to make enough money for them and your family and shit, by all means, but I'm just saying. Anyway. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, he didn't go to New Japan. Fuck him." I was like, dude, he's happy, man. Like, it's his life.
Yeah, he can go wherever he wants. There's another guy that just decided to say, "Fuck the WWE, I'm leaving." Yeah. And you know, he took some time off.
And what did he get? What did he get from a lot of people? He got bullshit for. Yeah. Oh, he went there. I don't know. You can't please fuckers.
Nah, man, you can't. You can't please everybody, and nor should you try to please everybody, because that's another way to want to shoot yourself in the face, is trying to please everybody. But, you know, it's not saying that he's not going to go to New Japan at some point in time. You can't tell me a guy, Gene, from, let's say, North America. He spent a lot of time in North America lately. But even from Britain or wherever the fuck, I'm so culturally and geographically fucked that I'm just going to assume he's from Britain. To me, you can't want to wrestle in Japan and never want to wrestle for New Japan. You know what I mean? It's got to be a goal at some point in time. And who knows? Maybe he's not on New Japan's radar yet.
Yeah, he's English.
Well, I mean, yeah, there you go. That's the proper way to say he's English. But no, plus New Japan has so much stuff factored in until January 4th. If Neville came in right now and was in New Japan, then you'll just be bitching that he's not getting pushed right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, just take the good with the bad, man. I'm sure he'll be there at some point in time. Now, there is the whole thing where they're hinting at a new member of Los Ingobernables de Japón.
I've heard Bandito. I've heard
there's a guy from Dragon Gate that just left. I can't remember. I mentioned it in the Facebook page.
Oh, right.
Saguchi or something like that. He just left Dragon Gate, and he's supposed to be going off on an excursion, but there's been a rumor that he could be the new member of Los Ingobernables.
You know, and I obviously know of Dragon Gate. Haven't watched any of it, probably
since Samoa Joe was there.
Well, I remember that. Yeah. But I guess they're number 2 over there, according to the discussion that was going on the Facebook group. So
Yeah, I guess.
I
Yeah.
watch like more fucking Noah than anything. Like to me, you know, if I'd have guessed, I'd be like, I don't know, I don't know shit. But I would have thought Noah just because I watch a fair amount of Noah actually.
Well, especially after Kobashi and Masawa started continuing their fucking feud at Noah in like 2003.
I mean, I just watched Noah because fucking Kenta was over there.
Oh yeah. His return match.
That was fucking awesome, actually.
I'd imagine it was.
Against his former tag team partner. Shit, yeah.
Pete Dunne had to back out of some shows due to injury, and to replace him at some Beyond shows is none other than Low Key, who
great.
ripped Daga's ear off at an MLW show out of rage, a fit of rage.
I mean, is that what the fuck happened, man? I haven't
I don't
really been
know.
able to find out what happened.
I haven't been able to find out a clear, decisive, video or a breakdown of how he ripped his ear off. But man,
all I saw was a picture of him like clutching his head inside of his head covered in blood. But
I seen a tweet from Daga or something like that where it was seemed like it was like legit and not a shoot.
Was there a picture?
No, but I don't know.
It's very fucking interesting. I mean, everyone's tweeting about it, right?
Yeah. And you know what, man? It's Low Key. I would not be shocked if he ripped his ear off, because Low Key is a piece of shit. He is.
He almost ripped off his ear, is what MLW is saying. But, I mean, I don't know. It could be, this could be definitely a fucking work. So
it could be.
This is
And
MLW.
if it is a work, it's a smart work, because all of us fans know Low Key as that take liberties kind of guy. Like, I watched him kick a guy from Special K and ROH in the face about 18 times. And we give all this shit to Brie Bella for kicking her twice in the face by mistake. Low Key did it dozens of times on purpose. Right? Like, it's fucking disgusting.
Fucking idiot. He was like cemented as an idiot for me when the match starts. He runs across, does a kick, knocks the guy out cold, and instead of just pinning him when he realizes he's out cold, he tries to drag him up to his feet and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
He is. He's
Yeah, that guy's a shitbag.
Take that deep voice, and I'm going to shove my dick down your throat, motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, the Hitman thing, it's like, I like Hitman and stuff, but...
I like Hitman on a video game.
Yeah.
Not a guy wrestling in a suit. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Agent 47, you are not, sir.
No, he doesn't even have the tattoo on the back of his neck. Does he?
Could have at least... No, I don't think so.
Well, there you go. Barcode, motherfucker. Commit to the character. God damn.
Did you see? So Cody is defending the NWA belt, obviously.
Yes.
Of the 70th anniversary. Did you know Jazz is going to defend the women's championship?
That's fucking cool.
Excuse me? There's an NWA women's championship?
Didn't know that either, but fucking the fact that Jazz has it is all I need to know, man. I fucking love Jazz.
Really?
Oh, yeah. When was the last? I haven't seen a Jazz match recently, but when I was doing the Federation arc in 2003, 2004, Jazz was a highlight.
I'm not familiar enough with her work to make a judgment, but she has held this belt for 742 days.
Oh, wow.
And I couldn't really find out anything about it, but like, how many times do you think she's defended that belt?
Maybe twice.
So that's interesting. I don't know who the fuck she's supposed to be. Whatever. I don't know.
She can you remember Rodney Mack?
Yeah.
She was married to Rodney Mack, and they were a team with Teddy Long in the early 2000s. And they were all about how the black man has been kept down by the white man.
Yeah. I guess they released a video. Pretty good from what I've heard. I haven't seen it yet, but she's like working at a jail. It's like her real job and shit. She's at her real job at a jail and talking about the belt and wrestling and shit. And it's like, probably pretty good. I'm not familiar, but if you say she's good, that's cool. She's probably pretty old now, huh?
She was good 15 years ago. That's all I can tell you. She right, like she was good 15 years ago. She was in ECW, I believe, for a second when it was around in the latter years of its inception. But she was always a ground-based submission knockout strike specialist kind of deal. That was her kind of wrestling. So it's one of those styles that at least you can pick it up 15 years later and still at least make it look good if you're still in good shape.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I got my fingers crossed. They're giving me reasons to want to watch that event.
Yeah. Triple H this week said intergender wrestling is just shock value, and then it will not be in the WWE. You
can't you can't have a man hit a woman on a show that has shareholders. You just can't do it. It's not possible because the shareholder is going to have a problem with it, and then it's kibosh.
He said they need each other, the opportunity, the platform, and to be set free to do what they want to do. Talking about women versus wrestling women, they don't need men. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't I really care either way, except we will get into some crazy intergender shit later when we talk about Lucha Underground. That was fucking nuts, man.
I don't have a problem with intergender matches if they're done correctly. I don't want to see a dude that is so goddamn huge just start punching the chick. I don't want to me, that's just, you can find a better way to do it. Then, the whole point of it, this is the problem I have with an intergender match, Jim. It's a feel-good story is what an intergender match is supposed to be. When you have the male just beat the living shit out of the girl and beat her, it's like, okay, you proved to me what I already knew.
Right.
Right? When a woman comes out on top or gets to come up in the story, it's like, yes, I feel good for her. She took that piece of shit and she dragged him through the mud. A lot of times, Lucha Underground doesn't tell that story, and
I don't really care either way. If you want to have it, if they don't, they're not going to, I don't care. Doesn't really do much for me. I don't want to see intergender matches as much as I like the idea of reserving the ability to have a heel fuck a woman up.
Yep. No, I
if
agree.
need be.
I agree. Yep.
That's probably all I would do with it, but no less.
I don't get me wrong, I fucking love myself a good intergender match. But like the one that always comes to my mind is Mil Muertes against Ivelisse. It's like, man, like fuck, like that done such a disservice.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
No, I didn't. So. I understand why some people, like, if you take it out of your mind, this is a girl against a guy, and you just put it in as Marco Stunt against fucking Mil Muertes. It's the same story. But if it's the same story, you could have just done it with Marco Stunt. You know what I mean? It doesn't get.
That's fair. Impact Wrestling viewership drops under 200,000 this week, which I guess is fucking really bad for them.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think they were doing like 260 for a while.
I have it here. I have the whole year. So
oh, do you? Because they were doing
earlier this year
at one point in time, right?
January and February they were at like 320. March 365,000. And just kind of this one was 190,000.
Wow.
Down 30,000 from the week before. They're not doing anything, man. Like I said, they came off that pay-per-view hot. We were into it. The pay-per-view was cool. And then just within 1 week, I was like, this is shit. Everything they set up from there out was just the shits, except for OGs and
LAX.
LAX is fucking awesome. Kid. Yeah, that's cool. I'm down with that.
They're not. Like, they're giving us good wrestling in the matches kind of deal, like with a lot of the international flair that they have. But there's nothing to grab you and make you want to watch, because guess what, man? We can find good wrestling everywhere now, aside from the WWE.
Oh, dude.
Right? Good wrestling is everywhere. You don't need to be, just like, we've got great wrestlers. Watch our show. It's like, I need, especially when you're coming off as WWE 2.0, you need something different. You need something to make me want to gravitate towards you, a la like Lucha Underground, with their stories being so wacky and out of this world. You know, that's what drove me to watch Lucha Underground. But I don't know, Impact doesn't have it.
I would watch that over SmackDown or Raw, like if you gave me a choice.
If you gave me a choice, if we didn't have to watch SmackDown and Raw to tell you motherfuckers about it.
Yeah, the increasing number of you who have quit watching it.
Yeah, I would definitely rather watch Impact.
You might as well talk about that. Raw was again the lowest ever. We might drop below 2 million viewers. They were dangerously close to going below 2 million this time.
Somebody who has studied the WWE trends has put a date on the day we will see the third hour drop below 2 million.
October 29th, right?
Yeah, October 29th. So let's keep that going. 8 p.m. they had 2.5 million viewers. 9 p.m. they had 2.325. And then by the time 10 p.m. rolled around, they had 2.081. 81,000 above going below 2 million viewers.
Yeah.
And SmackDown was down this week, which I can't wait for the day SmackDown gets fucking pulled from Fox, because it's going to happen.
God.
It's going to happen.
Amazing.
There's no way they're going to turn this ship around.
They're going to lose people going to Fridays, period.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Going from Tuesdays to Fridays, you're going to lose a vast amount of people. You're going to lose us. Really, realistically, how am I going to watch?
Are we going to watch it before we record? Yeah, we record Friday nights or Saturday mornings, afternoon.
There's no way. SmackDown just.
I'm not going to be like, some things were like, hey, let's delay it today so we can both watch New Japan because we're stoked on it or something. But yeah, I'm not going to be like, we've got to watch SmackDown first.
No.
Yeah, hard pass.
So like, that's the kind of things you're going to run into. Friday nights, a lot of people go out. So, I mean, I feel like if they do the numbers they do now, they're doomed. But now the one thing you do have going for you is you're going to a network, like Fox, and you don't have to pay extra for the channel or whatever. But yeah,
so you see Ryan Satin, who's a guy who's I'm not a big fan of usually.
No.
This week was going off about how ratings don't even matter. Dude,
yeah.
Ratings don't. They're big. Fox gave them $500 million.
Ratings matter more now than
they
ever did.
Anything.
Ratings mean more now than they ever did. Because you take it back in the 90s when everybody was living and dying on the ratings, they didn't mean a world of shit because WWE could not get the big advertisements. That's why you see Rock'em Sock'em Robots and bullshit like that. Clearasil, Ico Pro. That's why that shit was all over the WWF television. It's because their ratings were
220.
Yeah, they could do all the ratings they wanted to do. Nobody was going to look at the WWE and be like, let's advertise there. Because they weren't going to do it. Because wrestling's always been known as a low-income form of entertainment. And now...
If the crock fits, dude. If the crock fits.
Yes. But now, you've got the WWE making the bulk amount of their revenue from TV deals.
That's their only real money, yeah. That's like, other than a little bit from the network and whatever. I mean, that's their bread and butter now.
Yeah. Guess what, you fucking, what's his name? Ryan Satin, but what's it? Damian Sandow looking motherfucker. This is where you're wrong, and TMZ led you. First off, who's taking any clout from a guy from TMZ? Who the fuck does that?
A lot of motherfuckers.
Man, like,
he has his own troop of little loyal followers, who are infected with his shitty opinions. That's kind of everything, right? There's all these little tropes where there's like people listen to these shows and they fall into the same mindset. And I don't know, do we have that? I don't think we do. I think we're so like high and shit. We just deliver everything. It's very like, hey, decide for yourself, motherfucker.
We just got the savages.
Yeah,
the people that don't get enjoyment out of every other show. That's just plain clean cut.
Yeah, I think Satin's just trying to get a job. I mean, he's trying to.
I think so. Well, he already sold Pro Wrestling Sheet.
Yeah, to what, Collider or something? I don't even know what that is. I think he's still doing it, but yeah, it's on a new thing.
Yeah, so I mean,
fuck.
I can see him
Pro
just trying to be
WWE
Sam
Mark
Roberts.
fucking bullshit over there.
Yeah.
Another person. We're just going after motherfuckers today.
Ratings don't matter. That's another person I'd like to have a debate about. Let's get fucking Damian Sandow Jr. over here, and we'll talk about fucking ratings and why they actually matter.
You threatened to fucking sue Russo over nothing.
He's a son. Oh, he's
a pussy. He likes to talk shit and stuff, but like he's like the biggest white knight for their shit. And fuck him.
Much like that daily DDT or whatever.
Oh, dude. Man. Those guys can fucking eat a bag of dicks, honestly. The shit what was it that I was in there with them this week?
Nikki Bella stuff, wasn't it?
I don't know, maybe.
Or something how they're always the Bella's White Knights. It was something to do with the logic, because I remember I chimed in. Or no, that was last week with the Bella and how like he was like, you can't stop a kick from momentum. I was like, well, AJ Styles stopped himself from killing Ellsworth on the Styles Clash. He's like, yeah, but that's different. I was like, how's it different? One's actually a wrestler that can work in the ring and stop from killing somebody. The other one's a chick that can't do fuck all and therefore kicks somebody in the face and knocks her out. How can you tell me that there's a fucking difference. One should be in the ring and one shouldn't. Like, fuck.
You're very amped up today.
I am a little bit amped up. I mean, whatever. I woke up this morning, Jim, to a guy asking me if I fucked Amanda. I've been amped up all goddamn morning.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's some other things I was like, we could talk about, but really at this point, they're not main news stories. They're just bullshit, so.
No, we will soon be able to see Alberto Del Rio get his ass handed to him in a Combates America fight.
Awesome.
That could be cool.
Fuck him.
Doug Williams, everybody's favorite modern-day shoot wrestling British guy, announces his retirement.
Oh.
Yeah, he announced his retirement. He got a couple more indie dates to go, but that's it. Punishment Martinez signed with WWE. I can't remember if this was last week.
Yeah, no, right after we recorded, yeah.
Yeah, and then you were talking about, after we talked about the ROH, how you thought Tino Dashwood had a bad shoulder. She does need shoulder surgery.
That's why they didn't put the belt on her.
Yeah, and she was offered an ROH contract.
She didn't have one before?
No. I got one last thing, or a couple last things. Just little.
I want to talk two of those things. Okay, first off, Ring of Honor shouldn't have women's wrestling. I fucking hate it. It's so fuck it. You don't need it. You didn't need it. You know.
If Ring of Honor was going to have women's wrestling, they need to have a crew of women, much like their crew of men, workers. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not Mandy Leone because she's sucking Delirious's dick. Not any of these fucking ones. You get some chicks from Stardom that are fucking unbelievable. You should have tried to get like somebody like Io Shirai for a little while. You know, like little things like that. Bring in fucking Aja Kong or something. You know what I mean? Like, give us something that us smart fans want to see.
Yeah, and Punishment Martinez, dude. I mean, we've like, how's this guy not signed by them? He's like what he always said, like what they wish Corbin was.
And obviously, they're like, okay, well, we cut Corbin's hair. We've got him as a GM now. Now we need a new Corbin.
Yeah,
we got Punishment Martinez. Which, hey, man, good for him. He's been wrestling for a long time. He's got the job now.
You got the job, buddy. You got the job.
You know what, man? Go for it. Good for you. That's all I gotta say. You're not my cup of tea.
An obscure as fuck reference. Like
you got the job.
Two people got. Bananas is on to be a telephone repairman. He says, "You got the job, buddy." Fucking Christ. Yeah, I mean, I could see him being a dude that they push in NXT and WWE.
Yeah, and just never be a main event guy. He'll just be a mid-card guy just running around.
I love that shit. Like, well, but he's better than Corbin, probably. I don't know about talking. Corbin's, like, not abysmal at that.
No, I agree.
But, I mean, Martinez has a hairline. He is in shape. He doesn't have fucking stomach like that of a woman who's given birth multiple times.
And you look at him, it's like, I can see how he kicked my ass.
Yeah. Yeah, Corbin doesn't really look like a dude who'd kick your ass.
No, he looks like a guy that's scared. Like, he always has this look of, I'm a little frightened. on
That's
his
because
face.
he kind of has like a baby's face. He's got like a
does.
baby's head on a fucking on like a tall mother of five's body.
Yeah, with hobo written behind his ear.
Does it say hobo?
No, Lobo.
It should say hobo. One day it will say fucking hobo.
Yeah, because it's going to be like the star on my neck. One of these days, it's going to turn into a starfish. Yeah. And by the way, that is a regret in my life, getting a star tattooed on my neck. That is sheer regret right there.
Fuck, I have a tattoo on my head, so.
That's true, you do.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Some of these other ones, quick, I guess. Sid Vicious, went off on. Dude, is he not right? Yes,
Well,
she should have been fired for that shit. She took a fucking load in the face while holding the belt as a cum tray, and pictures of it were everywhere.
The only argument I can have against that is the fact that she didn't release him, that she was hacked, right? But since when does a guy that stabbed another guy with scissors get a say in this?
Check this out. Okay, but dude, check out here. This is written by Satin.
Yeah.
Okay, and check out how just cunty this motherfucker is. So he talks about how what Sid has said. You know, she should have been fired, not fucking put on not promoted, basically. Which, I don't disagree with you, Sid. But he says it's worth mentioning here that the business is not down, because Sid said the business is down. WWE stocks are up, and the company recently locked down $1 billion television deal, and it's just this whole thing is just cunty, man.
Yeah, I mean
the way he says it.
They're going on stock, which guys, let's all remember, stock is an imaginary number that we all live and die on. Stock is not some kind of proof that your company is good. You can inflate stock. Stock can be inflated by things, and it's definitely inflated by the Saudi Arabia deal. It's inflated by the Fox deal and how they're getting billions of dollars. That's going to make your stock go up. But guess what, guys? Once they go to Fox and they're not as good as what they thought it was going to happen, because okay, let's look at this now. When the WWE were given this deal by Fox, they had rising numbers. They had a trend that their numbers were better now than over the last 10 years. Now, their numbers have dropped dramatically. It's very funny how they sign this deal and their numbers drop immediately. And do you not think that Fox is looking at this and is like, oh, we can fix this? I bet you they already have one foot out the door seeing this happening already before they get. We're a year away. A year of dropping numbers away before they go to Fox and decide, oh, let's pick this back up again. It's not. I don't
see anything aside from the old man fucking dying that's going to bring it up in the next year either, because they've been. No. I mean, I'm surprised it took this long. In the entire history of this podcast, which is nearing 4 years, WWE's always been bad. It's been equally bad the whole time. It's not like now it's worse than it was.
I'm willing to say that it's worse now than it was. I
don't know.
At least before I could stomach to watch some of it, there was always like a glimmer of hope. There's like, oh, okay, there's a piece in this show I can't wait to see. But
I think of like the awful times when it was like Rollins and J&J Security and all that shit. Rollins field champ, John.
I at least thought J&J Security were charming. But
I don't know. Did you see that Omega's going to be taking on fucking what the hell's Finley?
Like Finley?
David Finley. Lions break Project 1, November 10th and 11th. In the Anaheim Convention Center. Omega versus Finley. Cobb is taking on Goto. Also, Liger will be there. Taguchi, ACH, the Midnight Cannonball himself. Rocky Romero, Clark Connors, and Alex Coughlin.
I'd be excited to see a Finley Omega match. I'm definitely excited to see the Goto and Cobb match, because that's something we didn't talk about during their 6-man tag on Fighting Spirit Unleashed. They had a really good. I don't know how you say it. They ran a decent angle where Goto and Cobb got in each other's faces. Cobb was taunting the ROH television title that he won on a television taping.
Yeah.
Hasn't been recognized as the TV champ by ROH yet, I don't think, but fuck it, right?
Yeah, well, I guess, huh?
It's already been announced that our TV champ has gone to the WWE, so.
Yeah, no shit, right? Might as well get out there ahead of it, but...
Yeah.
And we were going to talk shit, I was going to bring up and shit on Christian wrestling, but I don't know, I feel like we fuck it at this point, but yeah.
It opened up my world, Jim, because I was
so
told
many
about
people when I post it, because like there's some guy, I don't know, there's something happening somewhere around here with Christian wrestling, and I just like post on Twitter like this is this fucking worst wrestling is Christian wrestling, and a lot of people are like, what, is that a thing? Like, yeah, it is a thing. Look into it, you'll fucking see. Watch that Wrestling with Regrets video on the thing that Russo did after WCW. It's all Christian, and it's the dumbest shit ever. Whether you're a Christian or not, I feel like even if you were, you'd think like this is stupid as fuck.
I mean, it's like Christian rock. But as soon as you mentioned it, I was sent a message about a Christian promoter here in Edmonton that was running his first show. It's called King. Was it King of Glory?
I don't know. Was that the guy who's like, oh, why don't you come and find out for yourself?
Yeah, Mike Malloway. He's he does a bunch of he's a commissioner from one of the wrestling promotions here in Edmonton. He does a bunch of shows. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was.
What did you respond to that when he said that? He was all nice about it too. Like, hey, why don't you come on, check it out for yourself?
No, I know Mike. Mike knows I'm just fucking around with that. Because we were messaging on Twitter back and forth, DMing after that. I was like, rather get gigged. Was it rather get gigged by Abby the Butcher?
Oh yeah. Well, I took it a little farther.
You did.
I said that I would rather have Abdullah the Butcher bleed his hepatitis-ridden blood directly into a funnel that was inserted into my fucking pee hole. A lot of people were kind of like, dude, what the fuck, man?
Oh man, yeah. No, so he was telling, he if I wanted to come, I could go to King of Glory, but guess what, man? King of Glory, if you don't have a glory hole, then this king ain't coming.
I was under the understanding that there's going to be a glory hole in this show.
Well,
it probably is. I mean, in a church, dude, it's probably a glory hole. Like, it sits very fucking low in the boys' bathroom.
Yeah, I think I also said that I'll go if I can smoke dope outside. Can I smoke dope in the parking lot? If not, then
I do that everywhere. I don't give a shit.
I would just think it would be so funny to go into a Christian wrestling show reeking of marijuana.
I remember during my grandmother's funeral, we were in the procession, and my buddy was with me. And we smoked a fucking blunt the whole way, like during the procession. So we're like behind the fucking hearse, you know, in the cop car and shit. That's how fucking hard I'll go. I don't care.
Oh, that's fucking fantastic, though. There's nowhere in this world, aside from like if there's children around, that I won't smoke dope.
Yeah,
I
know
I'm
before.
No, I don't either. I don't do shit like that because I don't want to kill somebody. But
well, why would you want to ruin it for yourself? You know, that's like my motivation through the day is like, whatever this bullshit day throws at me, at the end of it, I'll be in my recliner, you know, puffing, so everything's okay. You know, it's like the carrot on the stick that gets me through the day.
No, I get you.
Yeah, that was a long fucking news. Do we have more news?
Let's see. Oh, yes, we do, actually.
Jesus Christ, what?
The WWE were a little upset at MLW for trademarking War Games.
Did they trademark it?
The MLW has the trademark for War Games, yes.
Yeah.
So WWE has decided to finally trademark some other names. You want me to tell you what they did not have trademarked until lately?
Yeah.
WCW Thunder. NWO.
Why? They didn't own NWO?
No, Hall, Nash, and Hogan have owned it. Hall, Nash, being a good friend, bought Hall's share of the NWO.
Oh, okay.
So that Hall
he owned it.
Yeah, it was all three of them. Hogan, Nash, and Hall owned the NWO
Hall,
name.
Let me look at this right. That Hall was probably just like fucking
down and out
on drugs, really bad, down and out, drunk.
Yeah.
And what
Nash
a fucking
bought it.
friend.
Yeah, great friend. All-Star Wrestling, WCW Monday Nitro. Jim, they did not own the trademark to World Championship Wrestling.
So weird.
Halloween Havoc Fall Brawl, and they've been running a Starrcade show for years, and they finally trademarked Starrcade.
I've heard the Halloween Havoc thing a million times, though. Like, we've talked about that before, where they got that.
Well, yeah, but they always run out, right? You've always got to pay more for it.
I guess. And they still won't do Halloween Havoc, the cunts.
Yeah, I know.
Now, they've just ruined it anyway. They do Halloween Havoc, it'd be like fucking Wacky Dean Ambrose hitting people with pumpkins and shit.
That's exactly what it would be. It would be absolutely garbage. They would have a trick-or-treat match where, like, you got to find Braun Strowman in one of these homes or something. Or, like, a costume contest where it's like, find Braun Strowman in a costume. And it's like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's the only 7-foot fucker here. Like,
oh, man. King of Pro Wrestling is on Monday.
It is.
About. I feel like we're gonna bust out a quick show, and I feel like we're not doing it.
You know what though? We've all the Kings of Pro Wrestling is really the last pertinent thing we have to talk about. The rest of it,
hang around after we still gotta do a Mark Tank, man.
That's right, but it's not a pertinent to the news. It's not pertinent to wrestling. We're just gonna make fun of bitches like we've done all day.
Fair. But yeah, the main event is Omega, Ibushi, and Cody. Should be great.
We've got an IWGP Heavyweight Championship Challenge certificate match.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? It's the number one contenders, bruh. Come on.
Yeah, it's the number one contenders match. They're having a match for the briefcase. It's Hiroshi Tanahashi, who they have labeled as champion against Jay White. And then there's the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match, Marty Scurll and Kushida. Then there is a Chaos match, which is Okada, Yano, Sho, and Yo against LIJ, which is going to be Naito, Sonata, Bushi, and X, whoever X shall be.
Was Pac not X on Dragon Gate too?
I think so, yeah. I thought he was.
I've heard that deal's supposed to be exclusive, though, so who knows. But yeah, other than that, it's just a bunch of,
Yeah, you got Bullet Club Elite versus Bullet Club OGs.
Why are those guys flying out to Japan for this? What a nothing thing.
I don't know. I have no idea. But it's not as big as the King of Pro Wrestling shows have been in the past. But, we've got a good 4 or 5 matches that are going to be fun to watch. And, I think, you got Liger and Tiger Mask going for the Junior Heavyweight Championships, which is something to be seen. Then you got, Tomoaki Hanma, who is coming off a broken neck, having a match. It's a show.
Him and Makabe are called Great Bash Heel.
Yeah.
Great
Bash Heel.
Fucking awesome. I love that. It's almost
Best about the machine.
It's almost the best bout machine. Yeah. Almost as fucking good as the Midnight Cannonball.
Yeah. Oh man, it's fantastic.
Fucking
I love Lost in Translation. What was this Suplex City Limits comes into in Japanese? Oh my god,
something weird.
I gotta see if I can find that, because that fucking made me pop real hard. But I don't know. Well,
to wrap up the news, Daniel Bryan defends his wife because of course he does. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I can't believe it! Fuck this guy!" Of course you defend your wife.
If you won't defend your wife, then you shouldn't have a wife.
Even if my chick is wrong, if I'm on the spot, she's fucking right. I don't care who you are, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if I don't know you.
Yeah. I have to fucking live with her, man. You think I'm gonna fucking deal with that? Hell no. The fuck out of here. Before we transition here, let's just give a couple of shout outs to Nuclear Heat Graphics. Check it out over there. Shaheen from the THT podcast has amazing wrestling art prints. I ordered some. They are awesome. You will want to get frames like them, like I am, and put them on your fucking wall, because they are that fucking awesome. So Abdullah the Butcher one is just badass. Love it. So check him out.
Could you get him to make us a art print of Restrictions on Double City?
Restrictions on Double City, yeah. That might be a thing. We might have to do something with that.
Yeah, restrictions on that would be pretty cool.
Sounds like a fucking weird Japanese Nintendo game, doesn't it? That all comes together, doesn't it?
It does.
Two fat men restricted from entering Double City disguise themselves as Suplex City Limits to invade and suplex everybody in Double City. This is restrictions on Double City.
Yeah, Double City, man. And probably talk more about this in the future once we can dive in and take a look at their shit. But Power Slam Wrestling Network, check those guys out. They have tons of wrestling for a monthly subscription. I'll be taking more. Yeah, we'll be looking at more of the shit, see what's on there, and all that jazz, and probably watch them. I don't know if they have new stuff on there or if it's just like older stuff.
I know they recently followed me on Twitter.
Yeah, it's a new thing. They've got who do they have here? They have a bunch of different companies. So
thousands of hours, I read.
Yeah, thousands of hours. So we'll be digging into that here. I have a thing for you to do that, and yeah, we'll talk about that. So other CZW, a bunch of other shit. So be cool to check that out. Let's. What do you think? Mark Tank it up or what?
I think Mark Tank is a beautiful idea, Jim. You know how beautiful it is? It's as beautiful as your eyes on a sunny October morning.
Mark is a guy that pays his last $20 on crack cocaine. Mark is a guy that believes that OJ did do it. And a Mark is each and every one of you son of a fucking bitches.
A mark is every one of these sorry sons of bitches. Be reading social media posts from marks as they are typed. This is a Super Showdown edition of Mark Tank.
And by the way, we got to pay our respects. Brian Pillman died this week, 21 years ago. God bless the loose cannon. May
Suplex
forever
City
live
Limits.
on in Flying Brian Jr.
Yeah, Hall of Famer.
Yes.
You guys put in our Hall of Fame.
Yes, we did actually. I put him in. I even had a speech written for it.
Yeah, we used to do that back in the day.
We did.
It's a good spot to plug our Hall of Fame on Facebook under the album section. It's like 170 people at this point.
I gave up
like
because I couldn't remember who was in it and who wasn't. It became too much of a hassle to pick a guy.
It's still there. I still do put people in, not as often, but people think that's a lot. Dude, the Wrestling Observer one has like double that. So
Yeah, I mean, they actually have voting.
well,
Plus-
right. Ours is fucking awesome, and we'll put in people that they would never put in. You know,
Yeah.
get these marks trying to debate like, oh, I don't know, is L.A. Park or Hayabusa fucking Hall of Fame worthy? They're like, they've been in our Hall of Fame for like fucking 3 years now. So
First off, it's our Hall of Fame and not yours. You make your own Hall of Fame. Keep ours out of it.
it is. Anthony Chade Demonos
Oh,
says Undertaker better be fined and even possibly suspended for knocking that referee out. There's kids watching. That referee didn't do anything wrong.
yes. Let's suspend the man that's never here.
They're gonna suspend him. They'll suspend him until WrestleMania. That's what they're gonna do. No, they'll suspend him until
Crown Jewel.
Greatest Royal Rumble. Yeah, Crown Jewel.
I'll take a
Even
Crown
greater
Jewel in
Royal
the chest.
Rumble. Yeah. I don't even know how to say some of these names, dude. How do you say Bijith? DH.
Bajas.
Bijith move. Last name MV. Okay. He says boring. Why the WWE is old man's game? You can use younger wrestler. I think it's the next WrestleMania preparation. Taker versus Shown. Don't do this.
In this, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, is why they think wrestling fans are retarded sister fuckers.
Well, these people are like, I mean, to clarify, these are people who like English is not their first language, and you know, some of them anyway. We do mock that, which you know, whatever. It's rude but fun.
Yeah, some people will give us shit for it, but this is our show, not yours.
This guy's not David Dixon, okay?
Oh, it's not. Oh, first I thought you were going to say David Bixenspan.
No, he's like the only guy we haven't run down yet. But if you want to hear us run him down, you can check past episodes.
David Bixenspan, yeah.
Spick and span. He says, now the whole of DX should reunite, and the Brothers of Destruction should assemble a new Ministry of Darkness, and they should have a tag team elimination match at Survivor Series.
If this was 1999, probably be a good idea.
It has 24 reactions, so I don't know what they are offhand, but so people were like, "Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, I want to see that."
That's like somebody. Oh, I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah, no,
I've ran down enough people.
Yeah. This guy's name is so it's Dead Man, right? But he's got 2 D's and 2 M's, so it's D Dead Man, M Man. I don't know. Anyway, he says Triple H team, IA always sucker. Shawn Michael is a joker, so this is not last time. Day will face Brother of Destruction. Dead Man rocks.
Day? Is he turned D-A-Y as they? Day?
D-E-Y, yeah, Day.
D. Fuck.
I love Shawn Michael is a joker.
And Triple H, a sucker.
God damn, there's some good ones this week. Joy Johnson says, my ... age is 16, but I'm seeing your all match video. I've seen your all match video. And then after that, he posts below it and he says, I'm feeling so sad.
And nobody's ever heard from him since. He's just
no shit,
hanging from his closet now.
If where he was from has any fucking buildings that are sturdy enough to support him,
He jumped off.
Oh my god. So dumb, some of these. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to go. Vipin Dadra. This is a short and to the point one. After the match, things goes marvelous.
Things goes marvelous.
Yeah, Neil Allsworth says, you know the Undertaker old when he take to Christmas get ring.
He take to Christmas get ring.
Yeah.
Is that Yoda?
Yeah, I don't know.
Old Yoda proverb, hey?
Yeah, very silly. So I'm trying to decide who's the winner this week. I got a couple more for you here.
Oh, man.
I got 2 more for you. I'm not sure who's the winner. Let's see. Let's go with Evans Abbey. He says, please, I am in Nigeria. I expect to watch the match tomorrow, but I want to know the result. I love it. No network down there.
So he must be going over to the Great Power Udi's house.
That's probably his favorite guy. He's like, number 1, Undertaker. Number 2,
Great Power
Udi.
Udi.
Yeah.
Number 3, Super Festus. And number 4, Super Domino.
Super Festus. Is that what he went by?
Yeah.
Well, you just add like a fucking adjective on the front, huh?
Oh, yeah, just super, man.
I'd just be like, fantastic Jim Vicious down there or something.
Freaking fudge.
And this week's fucking winner of Mark Tank, Dalwo Soder Ehauza. I don't know. Sodoreahawawiza. Holy fuck, huh?
Man.
Sodo Rehawitza. Anyway. It says, I am Undertaker fan since when I was 13 years old. Just want to see him live, but I think that's impossible cause I am from poor country. It was like kind of a bummer, but I still liked it a lot, so it made me laugh.
I was ready to play the everyone is dumber bit,
Yes.
and now I'm just gonna
Yeah, it's not even dumber. It's just like
sad.
fucking almost sad.
Yeah. It's like, man, sorry, bro.
I've always wanted to see Undertaker, but I has no shoes. you know, it's like, fucking water poison us.
Oh man. Oh, we're gonna get some Ryzen poison sent to us now.
I don't give a fuck.
Making fun of his shoeless wearing feet.
Fun fucking time. Speaking of fun times, the Federation.
Yes.
When are we getting on with the next fucking
The
arc?
next arc will start on October 15th. Until then, if you are a Patreon subscriber, you can listen to the latest edition of the Kobashi Misawa Chronicles, where we talk about the January 20th, 1997 match for the AJPW Triple Crown Championship, and it's a fantastic fucking match. They have 3 fantastic matches in 1997, so stay tuned for that as well. If you're one of those sorry losers that hasn't listened to the Federation this arc, there is a clip show out for you to digest if you so shall, and you can also listen to our Starcade 1990 episode, which is it's out there for you to see.
Fucking Black Scorpion, dude.
Black Scorpion, baby. So we'll be picking things up October 15th with WCW Uncensored 1996 with the triple decker cage. And so we're starting it off with a bang, man.
On the topic of crazy fucking cages, let's play the parlays into pay-per-view take 2 on the Suplex City Limits Network. Our latest episode is still up. It's in your house 4. It has been decided that we are going to WCW Slamboree 2000, which has the fucking
same cage, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I haven't gotten that far yet because the show is awful.
David Arquette.
Dude, the opening match on this show, I'm like, I go in, I'm like, I don't look. I'm just like, well, we'll see what we get here. We open with Chris Candido and the Artist.
Prince Ikea.
Yeah. For the Cruiserweight Championship.
With Charmel's there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's Paisley. Then you also get, after that, you get a Terry Funk hardcore match.
Against
he defends the hardcore championship in 2000. What? Anyway,
it was a joke.
He defends it against Screamin' Norman Smiley and a mystery partner. Oh. So this show is a Russo-rific fucking shit show, and those are always the most fun pay-per-view take two. So that'll be coming up here in the near future on the channel.
Good. So we've got shit all around. Hey.
Yeah. Right. Like me after eating at a Chinese buffet. There is shit everywhere.
How'd you get it on your toes?
Fuck. I ate a Chinese buffet the other day. Every time I do go, I'm like, this is it. It's my last Chinese buffet. But it never is.
I'm going to die.
We had Chinese food for sure. On Taco Day, National Taco Day, and then we had tacos the day after National Taco Day because we're fucking rebels around here, okay?
Fuck you, fuck you, calendars.
Yeah, because we're fucking heels at Castle Vicious.
Goddamn right, man. Goddamn right.
Best of the rest, man. I have fallen into this groove where I am not watching NXT because it doesn't seem like there's a lot really happening, man.
There wasn't. They're still doing that garbage storyline.
Fuck, really? Still?
Oh, yeah, man. There's still bits and pieces of it. The only real gumption to this show was Tony Nese and Gargano. It was a very fun match, but that's just where it ends. There's no story going on.
Nese has been fucking moved to the NXT, huh?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
We're good, or
he's on the show with the most viewers, so he's doing better than anybody else on 205 Live. I'm sure.
Shit, he's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, it was a smart move on his part. But
yeah.
I don't know. NXT or the 205 Live apparently though is doing better since moving to Wednesdays.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Well, who wants to watch? I mean, it's probably better too because they're filming it before they film SmackDown.
Yeah.
Like everyone said they should have since the beginning.
Yeah, since the dawn of 205 Live.
Yeah. I'm still not watching it though. Still the same exact guys it was a year ago.
Yeah, you're getting the same matches, same everything.
Fucking sucks. Yeah.
When it comes to Raw and SmackDown, we've already reviewed Super Showdown, and it's all building to Super Showdown. There's really nothing to take out of it other than
Dude, fuck off. Are you telling me? Are you fucking telling me that I watched both of these shows and took notes for nothing at all?
I mean, if you got something to say, let's say it.
Fuck. Okay. So Skinner comes out at the end of the show for a promo, going into his fucking showdown of whatever the hell it is. I thought it was funny, man. So this is the same company who made fun of the Huckster and the Nacho Man for being
Yes.
old. You remember that?
Yes.
Hogan was 42. Savage was 43. All of these guys are 50 or better.
Yep.
So that's fucking funny to me.
It is. You got a dead man who is literally dead. You've got a heartbreak kid that is not a kid anymore at all. You've got a demon who runs as a mayor and a cerebral assassin who is a COO of a billion-dollar company.
And Skinner. Fucking, I mean, I don't even understand this shit. It's like, so Reigns is going to defend the belt against Ziggler, and then Corbin won't let him?
Because What?
What?
That makes no
I don't
sense.
get it. I just don't get this whole thing. Bobby Roode's defeated by Connor, and like those guys have been wrestling like every which way for like months, 3 months, 2 months. I don't even know how fucking long.
Yeah, it's just, when you sit down and think about it, man, like at sometimes I feel
Elias
like
and Owens, we could talk about that.
That was
actually
fantastic.
Yeah.
Because they got the crowd so hyped. Who knew Seattle hated the fact they lost to Supersonic so bad?
Oh, dude. A lot of that's pretty well known, yeah. I knew that. I missed the Sonics, and I'm not even from there. And I hate Renee on commentary, but she made a Detlef Schrempf reference, and I was like, damn, that's an A+ for you on that one, Renee.
You won me.
Yeah. Detlef Schrempf used to play for them for fucking years. So that's pretty cool. But I mean, really, everyone's like, "Oh, this is such a great segment," or "It was this." I mean, it was one line. Dude.
It wasn't a great segment. They hit a chord with the fans.
Yeah, they just hit
and
one
guess
line.
what? Yeah, and guess what though? They turned what could have been a great segment into a nothing segment.
Oh.
So they just by doing that match, they had all that heat, and then they do that match. It's like, oh, okay, cool, fair enough.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the crowd did fucking. I've never really heard like that booing like that. Was pretty hardcore, and it went on and on and on. And they did some good off the cuff shit, I guess. I will say that, because like you could tell there's some ad lib in there.
Yeah.
That I thought was pretty good, but other than that, dude, that was my only. I put a star next to the things that I like on a show that I think are good. So that was it for that.
I can't disagree with you. When you look over on SmackDown, you had R-Truth and Carmella against Almas and Vega. We've got the mixed match challenge going on. Why the fuck are you doing this on SmackDown?
They had that on Raw too. What was it? Something kind of pushing.
Yeah. They had
some other fucking. I thought that was pushing mixed match challenge. And dude, like it was allegedly under 30,000 people watched this last week on Facebook, because you can see how many people are watching.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
So
it's the mixed match.
Why would you
challenge.
watch that? What is the point? And I guess from what I've heard, that Naomi and Lana had a dance off, which got the crowd was into it,
and got
then the
viewers
went
into
way
it.
up.
Yeah, and then
but the
as soon
second
as
it
the
went
match
back to
started,
wrestling.
yeah, so I was like, guess what, guys? That's what you are now.
You might as well just be a fucking dancing company or something.
They might as well just do porn. They've already got the head porn mistress page.
Yeah.
Just start doing fucking WWE Divas porn edition.
Yeah, and then really, New Day and Bar brawled with food, of course. We haven't seen that before. Yep. Orton breaks Dillinger's finger, I guess. Some cheeky fuckers in the crowd chanted 9. I was like, well done.
I didn't notice that. I didn't
but dude,
at all.
The point I was making this week with this is like, imagine if instead of Orton starting this angle against Hardy, if it would have been Ciampa or Killian Dane, who, fuck, where's he gone? I don't know. Anybody, really. You take a heel and bring him in and start having him do the same shit Orton's doing. He attacks Hardy. He fucks Hardy up really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why Randy Orton? How are you going to build a new Randy Orton. You know, like you built Randy Orton by having him do all the dastardly shit he did back in the day. I don't understand it, man. I really don't know what this company's doing. It fucking sucks.
They don't either, Jim. That's the
Is it?
worst part.
Oh, it's only 3 matches on this show. Yeah, 'cause I think one got thrown out. Orton Dillinger was thrown out, so it wasn't a match. Benjamin defeats Bryan, basically clean. I mean, not exactly, but
Well,
kind of.
he had some interference from the Miz. Distraction finish.
Yeah.
From Miz. But
Asuka defeated Peyton Royce. Yeah.
that'll show those people that think she's a joke.
And this Becky and Charlotte thing, I don't even know what's going on with that. They seem to still just push Becky's still the heel and Charlotte's the face, and we know you don't agree with this, but we don't give a fuck. Because at the end of this, the crowd, Charlotte attacks and the crowd just killed her. So I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's not working.
Yeah. And then you had the continuation of the Milwaukee segment where
oh god,
Rusev English pauses a video after Lana says "I want you" and says that he's got to deal with TMZ and he's not going to cheat on them. And I guess we got to wait for next week. I guess.
Again, no logic, dude. If it is in fact, which I'm sure it will be, that she is like, I want you
to do Rusev's laundry.
Whatever it is. Why does she not say it? She just stands there looking all guilty and shit.
Exactly.
It's like you would just say, hey, dude, I told him, like, I want you fucking to do this, you know? It's just, you can't throw logic out the window just because it's pro wrestling. But
and we've already established that she's a cheater. She fucked The Rock, right?
Yeah, right, according to The Rock. Right?
Yeah. And she didn't say no to that. Didn't she fuck Ziggler, too, in the storyline?
Right, she was with him. Yeah, you'd imagine.
So I mean, I'm sure Rusev just assumes, he probably fucked English, right? So,
oh, God. So yeah.
I mean, it's stupid. It's garbage.
At least give a shout out to Mercedes Martinez and Mika Satomura
for
that
a match was fantastic.
Yeah, a really good match on the Mae Young Classic.
It was. That was a fun match. I thought that match was. It's the best match they've done for this year's Mae Young Classic for sure. And I was shocked to see Satomura go to the next round. I thought for sure that Mercedes Martinez, who just signed with WWE, or did she? Did she sign with the WWE?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe she didn't. I thought I heard that she did, but I could be very wrong. I just didn't assume Satomura would go. But, I mean, good on her. Satomura deserves it. She's a fucking fantastic worker.
She's old, isn't she?
Well, she's not young. No, I'm sure she's not young.
So actually, fucking Asuka's older than you think, man. Isn't Asuka like 37?
Something like that. Satomura's been wrestling for 23 years.
Yeah, right. So. Yeah, hell of a match, man. Actually, that's worth checking out. Commentary on the show is
the shit. Tony Storm and Hiro Matsumoto was a decent match, too.
Yeah.
And
it's almost like these women's matches are only good when there's a Japanese woman in them. I don't know.
I wonder why.
We might have to check into that and see if there's something to that.
And then I always like to stick around and see the Casey Cesaro matches just to see, like how much she'll fuck up. And
did you hear what Cole said?
No, what did he say?
He said that she's the most athletic person in the fucking tournament.
Oh, I'm sure that's true.
Yeah.
Do you know who she is?
No.
She was the first woman and one of the only women to finish the American Ninja Warriors.
Wait a minute. Or did he say that about the chick she was wrestling?
Maybe it was Rhea Ripley. To me, it's Casey Cesaro. She's probably more athletic than anybody else in the fucking company.
I think he was saying it about the wrong person. So
Rhea
if
Ripley?
that's the case, probably.
The strong lesbian dyke?
Jesus.
Oh, I should edit that out.
I'd be like, fuck that shit. We don't edit anything. That sounds like a Japanese fucking women's tag team, dude.
Strong lesbian dyke.
Strong
lesbian dyke.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking longest reigning women's tag team champions. Fucking awesome.
So yeah, I mean, Lacey Lane and Conti though, that match go fuck itself.
Oh yeah, I didn't just watch it. I watched the first one, then I skipped 2, and then I watched the last one.
Oh yeah.
I let you that Lacey Lane just makes me think of fucking Chasey Lane.
That's all. Well, that's why we had Chasey Lane as the theme song one day. It's because I seen Lacey Lane. That's all I could think of. Dear Chasey Lane.
Now show him them titties. I wish Lacey Lane would show us her titties. In Lucha Underground, I thought it was a fucking a pretty good episode. Actually, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, there was nothing. Well, okay. I didn't watch Mary DeMoth versus Mariposa because A, I'm not a fan of Mary DeMoth, and B, I'm not a fan of Mariposa. You put two of them together, I don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you about it then. But yeah, I mean, early on, the Rabbit Tribes in a six man here with Joey Ryan, Exolitions, and Evilise. Dude, the White Rabbit like pulls on a white glove, gives who did he give it to? Joey Ryan, I think, yeah. Gives him the mandible claw with his white glove, pulls his hand out, and his fingers are covered in blood. It's like, that is dope.
That is dope. It's a great way to do
gross. It was gross, but I popped hard for it. I was like, that's fucking badass.
That's smart, and that's good. It's not so much logic, but it's a logical way to go.
And he no-sells everything, which is awesome.
I also... I like Paul London's white face paint, whatever the fuck that was supposed to be.
I don't know what's going on.
But I mean, it's Paul London, so nobody probably knows. Have you ever watched the Paul London, Brian Kendrick interviews?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a mind trip and a half.
It's fantastic. Those two guys are fucking wild.
I might do some edibles and watch that tonight, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Killshot and Havoc for what it was. They're having a mask versus match at Ultima Lucha Quattro. We're starting to get more of the card now. So Martez and Mac in a fucking
death one or whatever.
Death match.
Yeah, whatever the fuck they call death match.
Azteca Jr. and Phoenix, 2 out of 3 falls. Pentagon versus Moth in a Zero Mado match. Havoc and Killshot mask versus mask. Because Killshot does pull his mask off after this. So
yes, I would imagine awesome. Killshot loses his mask.
Yeah, and what you missed here was fucking awesome. I love Marty the Moth, first off, so I disagree with you.
I like Marty DeMoth as a character. I don't like his in-ring work. Like, I watched everything leading up to when the match started, and I watched everything after. I just didn't watch the match, because I knew Mariposa's not going to win the Lucha Underground Championship, so why the fuck do I need to watch this?
He's out with Chelsea Green, who's known as Reclusa. I don't know if you've caught that.
She is sexy as fuck in that gimmick.
Yeah, she has Sherry Martel fucking spiderweb shit around her eye, even.
Yes, she does, and I think that's why. It's little kid Tyler being like, I didn't know how to beat off when Sherry Martel was around, but now I do. And I'm going to have a threesome in my head.
Now I know how to jack off Sherry Martel.
Now
I didn't then, but I do now. Oh, fucking tremendous. But yeah, he pulls out a sexy star mask out of his trunks. So basically saying, hey, we fucking killed her. Reclusa killed her, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Someone said something in the crowd. I couldn't catch what they said, but they almost broke him. Like he puckered up like about to laugh, kept going. So that was good. But dude, they had this match and Marty the Moth, this is exactly what you said you don't like. He whips the dog shit out of this bitch, man. Yeah. It is fucking awesome. Yeah. The crowd is like awkward. It was, again, like, well, I guess it wasn't Lucha, but it was AAA with that bloodied, cut up woman getting her head shaved. This was jarring to watch, and it was awesome. It got a reaction out of me, which is what it's supposed to do.
No, I agree. It's
was
supposed
awesome.
to get you a reaction.
He did. He just whips the piss out of her. It's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah. I mean,
she even does shit like she buries him in a pile of chairs, like Terry Funk style, and just whipping chairs out of it. It was a pretty brutal fucking brawl.
Like I get the listening and response, and in wrestling today, it's really hard to do as a heel certain ways now. But like now you got to give up on Mariposa. Like, what else you gonna do with her?
I don't know.
You beat the shit out of her,
dude. And then he wins with the package pile driver and breaks her arm. Fucking awesome. Pentagon comes out and cuts a promo, but yeah, it's going to be a Zero Miedo match.
Yeah, like I can understand now if Mariposa never comes back again. You know what I mean? Like, sure, it makes sense. He beat
Or
her
she's
up so
done for
bad.
this season or something.
Yeah. But if she can come back next week and fight somebody, then that's stupid. She has to come back and get her comeuppance, or just not come back at all.
Oh, she won't. They don't they don't sell a broken arm as long as a real broken arm, but they
No.
do sell it for a while. Nobody's come back and had a match and not sold, or even I think 1 or 2 people have had a match, but they sold it. They had it in a cast and shit. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that is about it.
That is about the week in wrestling. I think we covered so much wrestling in this 2-hour span that it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. What the hell happened? We did have a ton of shit to cover, right?
We did, but we got everything. We kept Raw and SmackDown to a very precise, probably 10-minute.
Well, we gave it the time it deserved.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, but yeah, do our Twitter shout outs here. And I don't know what's coming up in the future. I guess we got Evolution at some point, which I'm probably not going to watch, but
we got Bound for Glory next week. We've got Kings of Pro Wrestling. So it should be a decent. Well, I suppose Kings of Pro Wrestling will be the big thing for next week. Week after that should be Bound for Glory. Then it's going to be Evolution. Then it's going to be Crown Jewel. So that's basically our month put into aspect there.
Well, there you go. You can retweet our pinned episode on Twitter. Get yourself a shout out, like all these bad motherfuckers. Mr. Klondike Bill, Balls Deep Network, Fat Superman, Jay Dune, a boy Bobby Anthem, No Offense Show, AC Patty, Jerby Foltz, Lucha Krusty, Jericho MPM. Check him out on YouTube. You can search Suplex City Limits on YouTube. He puts every episode up with video game footage. So he also streams the show after it is out. He streams it on Twitch while playing video games.
Yeah.
So check them shits out if you want a visual while you listen. Keith Martin, Mr. Blades, Mary Choi Lachuga, that is a tough name. Lee Unwin, Caleb Morganfield, Chris Savage, Kevin James, Eric Turner, Wayne G.
Wait, you mean the Kevin James?
No.
Oh.
No.
Fuck. Man, I was hoping to get some fucking money out of him.
Get yourself some Paul Blart merch.
Yeah,
some swag.
Maybe some I now pronounce you Chuck and Fudge.
Chuck and Fudge. Big Body Sam, Wrestling's High Marks. Much love to those guys. Leo OK, JC Sterling, LPH is good. Smack It Down podcast with Viva La JD. Cody Hatch, EMZT. Sheet?
Yeah, sheet.
Oh, shit. Derailed me. Cody Hatch, EMZT Podcast and Productions, Well Kept and Unclean, Dan the Man 1, our boys over at THT Wrestling Podcast, much love to them. Tony Vasquez, it's your boy, Babs. Fucking, and so divine, Mr. Lance Levine. Check out, our friends in podcasting as well, Wrestling Soup, Shooting the Shiznit, Sap Pod, The Strap, Wrestling High Marks, Smack It Down, THT, Elemento P, QR, fuck this shit. Let's get out of here.
I've got to pee very bad, so I'm down.
I'm somehow up against it time-wise. I don't know how that happened. A long-ass show. So, you have anything else to add before we go?
I don't.
One last chance to come clean about fucking Amanda last summer.
I fucked an Amanda.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's his Amanda, I don't know. Again, no picture proof.
Tell him to send nudes of her. So
yeah.
You can
with a Z. Send nudes.
With a Z.
Yeah.
LOOTZ.
Yeah.
Fucking great. And on that bombshell, it is time to end. So as always, we thank you very much for listening, hanging out, and supporting this stupid as fuck show. And buying t-shirts and donating and all that shit. You guys are fucking awesome.
We love every one of you guys. Truly.
And, dude, the idea like that somebody buys a shirt with our shit on it is like, it is not lost on me. So
No.
it's awesome. We'll be back next week. Until then, may you get all the dick and or pussy you desire. Remember, a winner is you, and most importantly, be excellent to each other.
nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
There's no limits to the Suplex in this city. And we're always smoking bombs like it's 420. We get high as though in hot and talk wrestling stuff. And it's hosted by Jim Vicious, Tyler Buzz.
I got something I'd like to say, and I'm coming and I wanna share. Gonna drink my weight in liquor, and I ain't gonna care. I wanna get good and fast, baby, then I wanna get paid. So feel free to start me, honey. I'm an alcohol kill machine. Drink, fight, fuck. Let's go, motherfuckers. Drink, fight, fuck. Let's go, motherfuckers. Gonna drink so straight out.
Welcome, thank you for downloading episode 182 of Suplex City Limits for October 6th, 2018. I can take a hit like the Karate Kid. It's your boy, the King of Bong Style, Jim Vicious, and despite what you may have heard, he didn't fuck Amanda last summer. My co-host.
That popped me. That's a secret conversation between me and Jim this morning. I'm Tyler Fudge. I did not fuck Amanda.
Yeah.
Mike. Just so you know.
But you have fucked some Amandas, just
I
not
have.
that one.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I could be lying, but I have had sexual relations with an Amanda at times, and he didn't send me a picture, so I don't know.
So maybe he did.
Maybe. He doesn't
Awesome.
even know that. He's just looking for his kids. Hope he finds them.
He finds it. This week on the Suplex City Limits, what do we got? All kinds of shit.
Man,
This is usually
too
where I
much
do the
shit.
Twitter thing. But I'm all off fucking base today.
That's okay. It's your birthday.
It is my birthday. You can follow me on this show Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Follow Tyler at the Federation. If you like the show, consider supporting it by picking up a t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees. Or you can donate on the Patreon. Become a producer of the show and get a shout out. Like our friends Caleb Morganfield. Let's see here. Mizcast, your shit's still fucked. Casey. What else we got? Jumpin' Jeremy Folds, Wrestling Soup Podcast. Much love to them. Insane Ian Jackson, the Rice-A-Roni Jabroni Tyloni. Insane Michael Thomas. All right, Maniac Michael Thomas. God damn it, I'm fucked today. Kick-Ass Keith Martin. B-Rad Brad. Infamous Chris Savage. Shinso the Great. Smack It Down Podcast. Max's Garage. And Christopher Spaulding. Did I say Insane Ian Jackson already?
I feel like you did, and then you I think so. But if you didn't, then he doesn't care anyways. He was just in Amsterdam.
I'm smoking a lot, man, today already. So
No.
celebrating, man.
Ian Jackson.
Yeah.
He was in Amsterdam recently, so I don't think he even cares if he got.
I don't care about shit being out there. Or you can donate on our Patreon or on our PayPal, directly. SuplexCityLimits at Gmail, like Cody Hatch did. Shout out to you.
Shout out Cody Hatch.
Yeah. So this week on the show, we will take a look back at the Super Showdown from WWE. What else we got? We got some New Japan, the top 3, Mark Tank.
News like always. We got a packed show.
Yeah.
We
And I'm high
could
as
talk
fuck
about
already.
Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Lucha Underground, Mae Young Classic. Will we? I don't know. We'll see if
Yeah.
time progresses and allows us. But
There it is. Let's start it off with the Super Showdown.
the super showdown.
Yeah, I had to wake up super early today on Super Showdown Day and take the lady to work. I came home, I watched Triple H and Undertaker live, then went back and skimmed through some of the shit. Really nothing, dude. Kind of a nothing show.
I'm not surprised. I slept in this morning and
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of it. I'm not upset either that I didn't see any of it, because now that we're recording and we're talking about Super Showdown, I technically don't even have to watch it.
Yeah, it's last week now. Fuck it.
Exactly.
Let me tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah. Well, okay.
show-
No, I got one question, Jim. How was Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy? How
Match of the night?
was it? Okay,
I
I
think
will
so.
watch that because I would like to see Buddy. Did he get a good pop?
Yeah, I did. That was and to from people who were there, Viva La JD's there. We have a voicemail from him.
We do.
He recorded right after the show, probably still in the building or in the parking lot. Who knows? But yeah, he said that was the highlight of the night. I mean, even though you saw that coming, right?
Well, yes.
New Day retain over the Bear in 10 minutes. Nothing really. Becky and Charlotte. So 10 minutes in, Becky is put into the figure 8. She then grabs the belt, which is laying in the ring from an earlier spot. Because, the ref wouldn't kick it out, of course.
Right.
Hits her in the head, so you get a DQ on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lashley and Cena defeat Elias and Kevin Owens. Cena takes no bumps, dude.
Really?
No bumps at all. He is filming a movie, a Jackie Chan movie. If Jackie Chan directing it, I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine he's still doing fucking movies.
Who knows?
But he's in China filming this thing. So he flew from China into Australia to take no bumps and then leave. I don't know if you saw the picture that
I haven't seen anything.
A friend of the show posted this picture that his 8-year-old daughter made during this match while watching it. It just says, "Boo John Cena's haircut." It's like a thumbs down.
His haircut is horrible.
Yeah, he's balding in the back. Post-match, Cena goes into a maybe I'm retiring thing, which, really just means he'll be in the next 10 WrestleManias. So...
Yeah, he's basically gunning for a main event WrestleMania push this year.
You think that guy's gonna actually leave and not wrestle at Mania for at least the next 5 years? You're crazy.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
That was just a match. The Iconics defeat Asuka and Naomi in 5 minutes.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, obviously they were going to win because they're from Australia. But,
right.
Man, why?
Asuka and Naomi did some dancing. Asuka's a complete fucking just a joke at this point.
Yeah.
So sad.
You can do what you want in NXT. It doesn't matter. It's like that's your last hurrah if you're going to stay in the WWE. Is NXT.
Styles defeats Joe in 24 minutes on a no count out, no DQ match. I did not see this match. Some people were saying they didn't like it. For being a no DQ, it had one chair involved, I guess. I'm not sure. He had to save all the shit for the fucking old guys at the end. So I'm not sure. Jury's still out on that. I did not see it. The Bella Twins and Ronda Rousey defeat the Riot Squad in 10 minutes. Some teases of the Bella turn.
Okay.
They wouldn't tag Ronda in and shit, I guess.
I mean, you got to get there somehow, I suppose. You've got a couple weeks till Evolution. Another one that I hope I sleep through. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
looking to be absolutely horrible. I had a guy at my work who, because I've been trying to keep it close to my chest. I'm a wrestling guy.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It's not something.
And definitely that you host a podcast. The last thing you want is anyone you work with listening to this motherfucker.
Oh, you're goddamn right. And he just mentioned offhand, just a snide comment towards Evolution. And I was like, "Oh yes, good, good. I could sneak in some wrestling talk with him." And so we talked about it for a little while. And the consensus I got from him is that show's going to be garbage. I was like, "Yep." And he seemed to be a big WWE guy.
And he's not even an expert like we are.
Exactly. And so I mentioned New Japan. He was like, "Yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura is pretty cool." I was like, "Oh, so you've never seen New Japan? You just know he was in New Japan?" Okay.
Yeah, he was cool there.
Yeah.
Not cool now.
No.
Where the fuck is he? Not on any of these shows, dude. They put the belt on him and they're like, "Fuck him." We're not doing anything with this guy.
Fuck his Japanese face.
Yeah. Fuck his face. Buddy Murphy, that was a 10-minute match. Really good. Buddy Murphy winning is a good pop. Cedric Alexander had that for a whole year. Just what a boring fucking thing 205 Live is.
I haven't seen 205 Live his whole run. I don't know how many. I might have seen a match here and there.
Well, we watched that awesome Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali match.
Yeah, that was fucking intense. I like that. Buddy Murphy's great.
He's not undeserving. No, not at all.
No. He like from somebody he's grown from being an ass fuck twin with Wesley Blake, who is still just trying to find something in NXT. And trust me, the Sons of the Fallen or whatever, that's not it.
Oh, dude, to me that guy's just not. He's like a guy who from day one I would have fucking canned. If I went in there tomorrow and they're like, "Hey, you just do whatever," I'd be like, "This guy's fucking gone."
Yeah,
He's awful. There's never going to be anything for that guy.
No, and now he's almost because he's tried everything else. He's tried being a technical guy. He's tried flying around. It doesn't work. Now he's trying to be Stan Hansen and just being stiff. And it's like, man,
oh, fuck.
You're not good enough. You don't look like the stiff guy. You're not. It's not going to work.
You're just like a little dude with a fucking weird looking face because I imagine he had some kind of like a cleft palate or something.
Yeah.
I think he probably had a cleft palate, which that's fucking sucks. But
yeah,
he's just nothing, dude. He's nothing.
Yeah.
I don't see anything in that guy.
Oh, I agree.
Sorry if you're listening to this, Wesley.
Sorry, Wesley, but go home.
Yeah. The Shield defeated Strowman, Ziggler, McIntyre. 20 minutes. I did not watch this match.
Why would you?
They teased the fucking Ambrose shit super heavy-handed.
They're going to tease that for months until it's going to be like the Sasha Bailey thing. They're going to tease it until we're sick of it.
They can't help themselves. I guess with Reigns as champion, you almost have to, but can't you just split, like have him do his thing? And I mean, I don't care. I don't like the Shield. I don't care about it. So